Hey, we're good.
We live?
Finally.
Are we live?
Beach day!
Beach day!
Beach day!
Beach day!
What up, Dom? Your boy Eazy. That's my guy, Spin More Rax. We got young Chris and Unky Nick on the ones and twos.
Let's go.
Everybody's in the beach tire because in Metro Detroit or Detroit, wherever you are in Michigan, when it's 60 degrees.
It's beach day!
Beach day!
And, you know, the Lions aren't playing in the Super Bowl, so they're at Cancun, they're
That's
in
painful.
Cabo, wherever they are.
That
We're
hurts.
with them in spirit. So it's beach day.
Beach day.
Beach day.
So grab your finest beach, take her to a beach.
That was fire.
Yeah.
Hit them sandy cheeks.
And I'm saying the cheeks right in the beach.
Did you watch the Pistons last night?
I did watch the Pistons last night.
Chris, did you watch the Pistons last night?
I did not. I was recording.
If you were a bitch and you went to sleep, raise your hand.
Ow.
Did you go to sleep?
No, I said I was recording last night. I was recording the Rap
What
Cave.
were you recording?
The Rap Cave, episode 3. It's up right now. Go check it
See, I
out.
did
Rap
that?
Cave Podcast.
That's a nice
New
little plug
logo
for
too, Easy. New logo.
You changed the logo?
I'm gonna show you after the
Run
show.
it up. I want to see the logo on Slack. I gotta see that.
I'm gonna show you after the show.
All right, bet. Shout out to Jaden Ivey. Shout out to Kate Cunningham.
Shout out.
Shout out to me.
They made it work. As the guy who routinely says they can't make it work, they made it work last night.
7
but
of 7 from 3.
that shit's been insane.
7 of 7 from 3.
Say what you said in the back about just the past 10 games.
In the past 10 games, Jaden Ivey is shooting over 50% from three-point range.
Fuck Benedict Mather.
That is insane.
Yeah, yeah.
That
How's
is
Benedict Mathurin doing? He's in the skills challenge like a
He's
bum.
definitely doing. He ain't going no 7 for 7.
He is not going 7 for 7.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Beach day!
Beach day! Yo, that's awesome. This is
JB
crazy
is
right
here
now.
with us
JB
in
is
spirit.
with us in spirit, for sure.
Hey, let's see Unky Nick's
Sasser
fit
looked
real
good,
quick.
too.
No, that's what I wanted to go to. I wanted to shout the guys for like making the thing work and whatnot. And sorry for Nick for just jumping funny like that, but
It's all good, brother.
Marcus Sasser and Jalen Duren went fucking Super Saiyan mode in the back half of that game. Marcus Sasser, more importantly, did you see the steal before it went to OT?
Yeah.
And shout out to Jeremy Grant too, dropping 49. That was crazy. Well, I mean, former Pistons, I was showing the love.
Fuck
49 is a lot.
In a loss.
In a loss. Big L.
We're
Should
at
have been on the Stones still, buddy.
2-0 since the
Fettuccine era.
Since the Fettuccine
Fettuccine
era.
2-0 in the
2-0.
Fettuccine era.
It's
I'm
the
just
new
saying.
era. This is like when the Pistons cut Josh Smith. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole new vibe.
But
baby.
Jalen Duren
Yeah.
went for what,
Anthony
27 and
Tolliver
22? 27 and 22 for Jalen Duren.
Dog.
Bro.
9 of 10 from the free throw stripe.
The
Dog.
boards he was grabbing.
3 blocks.
monstrous boards.
Grown man.
Monstrous blocks. And not only that, though, for like shout out to the Pistons, on a back-to-back with only 10 guys in rotation, if I'm not mistaken. What was that? Was that the exact amount? 10 guys in rotation last night?
Yeah.
Listen,
Dogs went after it.
the dogs went after. And I was excited to watch it because I knew what the game was going to be with just a few guys after the trade deadline. But it also forced Monty to finally fucking play these guys together.
Yes.
Like, no more Killian. No more reason to fucking have Killian out there. Give me Marcus Sasser. I need Marcus Sasser minutes.
He needs him.
I'm a Sasser simp. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So watching him do what he did last night, bro, I was screaming. I ain't gonna lie.
It was
I
impressive.
Dead ass screaming. Bryce was like, "What's happening?" I mean, you're too young to understand what's happening. It's
My
just,
son is glowing up in front of me.
No, it's just like lit right now.
It was impressive, man. It was impressive. It was impressive from everybody. Like I said, Jalen Duren, game of the night. Like, that was crazy. 20 and 20 with 3 blocks. More importantly, 9 of 10 from the free throw stripe. If you got a guy like that who can get you 20-plus boards while shooting 90% from free throw, he's going to be playing the whole game. Jaden Ivey has been on an absolute tear
He
lately.
is.
Absolute tear. He's saying, hey, Eazy.
No.
He's
We're not doing that.
defeating
Because
the
I never
allegations.
said he would be bad.
You said he can't shoot.
I never said he'd be bad. I just said he wouldn't be fit.
It looks like a fit to me.
None of that. None of that.
Looks like a fit to me.
It was literally the first game they played together since
And they
the trade
look
deadline.
damn good.
They didn't look that good in the first half.
Oh, well,
They're
guess
down
what?
by 20. They
It's
came
an
back from
entire
20.
game, and they won.
Huh?
And they won.
Yes, they did win. Shout out to Marcus Sasser.
Shout out to Marcus
Benedict
Sasser.
who?
Shout out to
Benedict
everybody,
who?
really.
Benedict who?
Benedict is still a better fit. Until they prove elsewise. Come on.
Whoa.
Until they prove elsewise.
Why is he a better fit? Did he shoot 7 of 7 from 3?
We had this
If
conversation.
he shot 50% plus in his
Don't make
past
me
10
air you
games,
out. Do you
I'm
think
just
he would
saying.
continue to do that?
I'm just saying. No, I don't think he's going to shoot 50% from 3.
Yeah.
I do. Lock
I'm
it
sure
in.
you do, buddy.
Lock it in, yeah. No, I think he's like a. I think he's. We have a live audience.
Live
Chris,
studio
just,
audience.
the couch
Beach
cam,
day.
just so I can see him. Just so I can see him.
Okay.
Get the non-sponsored thing off that desk though.
Yeah.
Just so we can see the live audience. Shout out to the boys.
Live studio
I mean,
audience.
they're
Boys
not
are in the
exactly-
house.
We're hitting up
Well.
Stony after the show.
Yeah,
see
we're
what I'm
going to
saying?
Stony.
If you guys want to meet up?
We thought about Metro, but there's too many
Metro!
too many needles around Metro Beach.
Jesus, man. I don't
Dude, have you been to Metro Beach? It's a shithole.
I want one guy in the microphone. Although he denied, I'm forcing it at this point because I'm asking him. Wink Martindale, dude, you don't have to go into depth. Just give me a grade, a letter grade on the
Yeah.
Wink Martindale hire. If you haven't heard, Wink Martindale was hired as the Michigan defensive coordinator.
Easy.
Yeah,
Suck it. Benedict Mathurin, 37% from 3.
That's
Jaden
great.
Ivey this season, 37.5. Suck
Oh,
it, Eazy.
ho! What up?
Fucking
Anyway.
bum.
Wink Martindale,
Each day?
new defensive coordinator of the Detroit. I'm sorry. Oh my God, the Michigan Wolverines. If you don't want to go too depth, just give me a letter grade.
Letter grade, probably a B+, I would say.
Why?
B plus. Oh, come on, I just said don't. I just tell him not to go into depth.
Well, we can go into a little bit because
Okay.
he started the whole scheme with the Ravens that Jesse Minter and Mike McDonald ran the past 2 years. I saw a tweet that was like, it's just like if you let Eminem and Snoop Dogg go, but then you hire Dr.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Hey, I
That's
like
a
that,
fucking
Brady.
bar.
So,
What about Chip Kelly? You scared of Chip Kelly?
not really.
he
Not really.
had to prove something. To be honest with you.
Chip's gonna be a
He
dog.
he might be good because you're right. He does have something to prove.
Yes.
I don't think he's got anything to prove.
What do you
Well,
mean?
this
He's
is why,
stepping
though.
down.
As
He's
an
stepping.
offensive coordinator?
Remember
He's
when
going
they
from a
hired
head
Rich
coach
Rod?
to an OC.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to prove anything as an offensive coordinator.
Well,
it's
hold
not
on,
like
though.
he's a
The
head
type of
coach. We
offense he
know the man
runs.
can run offense.
Remember when Rich Rod came?
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah,
Michigan was
but
down the
Rich Rod
He
was the head coach.
But he's still running that style of offense. Rich Rod was an offensive guy. And he tried doing the Chip Kelly shit. Get
I'm
cute.
just saying,
Like the Big Ten ain't that.
If this season is a failure, it's not on Chip Kelly. It's on Ryan
no.
Day.
OSU has
Yeah, no,
so
I'm not
much.
saying that.
OSU has so much talent. There's no way that Chip Kelly does not get that offense
Yeah.
completely rolling. in
Will
the Big
Howard
Ten.
sucks, dude.
Who's that?
Is that their
Their
quarterback?
quarterback, exactly.
Can he be
exactly.
worse than Kyle
Kansas State,
McCord?
right?
From Kansas State, he got benched this previous year.
Can he be worse than Kyle McCord?
He's the same thing, but a little bit bigger, same arm.
You sound scared.
You do sound scared.
Yeah, you sound a little scared.
Who's your quarterback?
We'll see. Up for debate.
Woof.
There's an orgy in the end zone.
Are you confident with Orgy?
Wait, what?
There's an Orgy in the end zone.
Oh, okay.
I
Alex
think it's
Orgy,
probably
right?
going to be between Orgy or the freshman,
Orgy
Jaden
or
Da-
Orgy.
My
Davis.
head's so big, these are squeezing my face. It's hurting.
But it's probably going to be Alex Orgy.
As a Michigan State fan, can I get your reaction to Wink Martindale hire?
I don't care.
Come on, don't be biased. Be real.
I don't care.
I said fuck.
They got it's a good hire, but Wink Martindale isn't going to change them from being an 8-win team without Harbaugh or JJ McCarthy.
You think they're going to win 8 games?
But the
Yeah.
defense was a
That's
streak.
that's crazy.
I think Jonathan Smith is going to run the
Dude,
Big Ten.
we have
All right. Okay.
Mormon power. No, but
they have like 8 all Big 10 defenders returning. Michigan does. They're going
Who's
to be
your
good.
who's your defensive coordinator?
Wink Martindale.
Martindale.
Who's your who's your running backs coach?
Mike Hart.
No, he's not.
He's not.
He's not inked. He's not on the roster.
We're about
He
to
doesn't
have-
a
There's
contract
reports
signed.
that he might be having like personal problems too.
We're about to
like,
have
still.
3 All-Americans strictly on defense. Michigan's going to be just fine.
And you got Wink
Spend money.
Martindale too.
So
you think Hart's
and the number
pissed-
one running back
So, you
from
guys-
Ohio,
you guys are
Mr.
hyped with-
Ohio.
You guys are hyped with your defense.
They
But
just
again,
won the Natty.
Who's your quarterback? I think that's kind of important.
I think we're going to run
They'll
like
figure it out. They'll figure. Why is that laughing? They'll figure it
No,
out.
he's laughing at Nick.
Oh,
No, I'm laughing
Nick-
at him.
oh.
They'll figure it out.
They will.
That
They have-
doesn't concern you that you don't have a quarterback yet?
No, I want to see some film in practice. I want to wait for that, and we'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of
Talking-
All I know
Talking
is you're
back-
about to get Mormoned, bro.
All I
Talking-
know is Alex Orgy's 6'6", like 240, so that could be deadly.
So you're good with Orgy.
Yeah, I am good with
I
him.
mean,
if
he
he
looked
beats
pretty
if he
good.
beats everybody
I'm
out,
a
like
big fan of the name.
he came
Orgy
in
in the
Ohio.
end
He
zone.
came
Orgy
in
in the
against
end zone.
Ohio
That
State.
is awesome.
One play, 20-yard run. Like
Yeah,
he
Jaden
could do
Davis.
that all game against them.
Also,
all
Jaden
game.
Davis,
Who are your
baller.
returning offensive linemen?
Oh.
Jaden Davis, baller. They're all way better than Sparty's guys. And you're talking
can't
big game
name-
here that you
No,
can't
yeah,
name
hey.
Childs.
Two people
Hey,
on
who's
both
your-
offensive lines.
Who's returning
Name me
offensive
two
line,
Michigan
Nick?
offensive linemen.
Giovanni Hadid, Trevor Keegan.
Oh,
What's
actually,
up?
I know Giovanni Hadid.
Name me
he
two
go to-
Michigan State offensive linemen.
No clue.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, but
no one
they're
cares about
way
what?
better than Sparty's
3-1 team.
guys.
3-1 team.
Wink Martindale's a great hire.
It's a great hire for sure.
And you know when you saw it, you're like, God damn it. Admit it.
What? No,
Come on.
I don't care. Harbaugh's gone.
But he was never the guy making the calls. He was executive type of
Sharon
dude.
Moore is their head. So
What?
you think them losing Harbaugh is not important?
They
They'll
lost
be all right.
Harbaugh during the season.
They'll be
during
all right.
the Ohio
So
State
you're
game.
good with them losing Harbaugh?
They'll be
They'll be
yes,
fine.
they're going to be fine.
Bro, they beat Ohio State without Harbaugh.
Kurt Campbell is gonna be a
what happened
great
when you guys
offensive
lost
coordinator.
Harbaugh? You were losing your fucking mind.
Yeah, I was, but we won 4 games, the toughest games.
No, I'm talking about when he actually left, like a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that was emotional. It's
So now
settled.
you're
It's
over it?
settled in now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Jim-
emotional reaction.
Jim-
Yeah, his
Jimmy's
emotional
cooked.
reaction.
Everyone
He was here
cries
for
at
10
the-
Hey, put the
years.
camera on Brady real quick, cause goddamn. Oh,
Jimmy's
shit, I'm
Spenmo,
scared.
Jimmy's
Spenmo,
cooked.
Spenmo, this is what happens when you win a natty and people leave. You're gonna have to rebuild it.
Yeah.
Everything's not in place right now.
Trust
We're
Sharon
still
Moore.
celebrating-
It's more
we're
than
still
some
celebrating.
people leaving.
We're still
Your
celebrating the
entire-
dub. We're still celebrating the win.
Everyone-
The
The
entire structure left.
But everyone they hired from within who's been there for years, except for Wink. But he also created that style of
You're
defense.
confident in Sharon Moore?
Yes.
I would not be if I was you.
He's not running the offense.
Who is running the offense?
Kurt Campbell,
Okay.
QB coach.
Yeah.
The the one time, the one time,
QB coach?
what?
Your QB coach is running the offense now?
Yeah, he's like now. He's like he kept his
So,
old job and is now promoted.
The guy who had J.J. McCarthy do what is running the offense?
Won the national
hey,
championship.
the one game.
He did it solely.
Time,
J.J. McCarthy.
can you
right?
listen to me? The one game Kurt Campbell was our OC this year. JJ threw for 300 yards and 3 tutties,
Yeah,
and
who
he
was
was
that
26 for 30.
Who's
So
that
like,
against? Who's that against?
huh?
Who's that against?
ECU.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Still, his debut OC.
Bowling Green was a great one, huh? He was the OC.
I think that was actually Mike Hart.
He was the OC,
OC.
against Bowling Green.
I don't think so.
I'm just saying, you guys have
He
a lot
was
of
so
confidence,
hesitant.
as you should be.
He was so hesitant to come on the microphone. He gets on. You just fucking
Spenny
absolutely
called
grilling
his
the
ass.
kid.
Hey, man, throw him in the fire.
back
he can
and forth,
handle it.
yeah.
He's a grown man.
Yeah.
That's fine. Listen, the
I'm
good
just
thing.
saying, you should be confident. You guys won the Natty. Can't
Yeah.
take that away from you.
Sharon Moore arguably has better wins in his career than your coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure does.
probably. Yeah, Ohio State. That's
Yeah.
a big win.
At
And Penn State.
That's a big win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's on Sharon Moore. Like you have confidence in Sharon Moore to lead
In
this
game, yeah, that's Sharon Moore. Like that was all him.
You watched the play calling of those games, right? Like you were
He
confident.
did
in
what
that.
he had to do. Like
You beat
they were
LSU.
they were getting
tell me,
abused on the
You
offensive
can't
line
tell me
against
that
Penn
you're
State.
confident with him as a head coach after actually watching those games.
Dude, no way.
All right, let's go to break. Come back.
Yeah, no way, for sure. Like I wouldn't be confident with him either. It was
Tell us
It
about
was
Planet
tough.
Fitness.
Planet Fitness?
Yeah.
Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. There's more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes in a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, no commitment. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. Beach day!
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Tired of wearing the same old Detroit sports
Listen to the
merch?
bando.
Head over to woodwardsports.com. Click on the shop tab today because it's a new era in sports wearables. New design, amazing appeal, the ultimate swag. Hoodies, hats, tees, all guaranteed to turn heads. Head over to woodwardsports.com and click on the shop tab today and get you some brand new There we go. Thank you, Nick. Jesus.
Got you.
Hey,
First
one more
time,
shot.
first time.
Welcome to Woodward Heavyweights. It's beach day. I hope you guys are enjoying the
Beach
60-degree
day.
weather out there. I'm Eazy. I spin more racks. We got young Chris. We got Nick celebrating his first week in the sound booth under the heavies. And if you guys don't know, Nick was actually brought on to be a part of the Woodward Heavyweights. So it's actually like everything kind of just falls in place. It's nice how that works out.
Let's go, dude. What a first week it was. I mean, still a little hungover
What a
after the whole
ride.
Lions loss, but it was just a great week, and I'm super thrilled to be with you guys and building a great show that you guys already have. So,
Yes, sir. Shout out to Aaron Stoner in the Woodward Sports Chat. Says, yo, fellas, coming in late. Did you guys stop in PacSun at the local mall to grab those fire threads?
I don't know where I got this. I can't remember, honestly.
I don't know where I got this either.
I want to know what logo that hat
People,
is.
I hate that when
It's
I have
just
a.
the people that made the hat.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't
Can
know.
I see it?
I just don't know.
Looks like a. Oh, that's
Taco Bell.
They used to make like a snowboard gear and shit,
Billabong?
and like
Billabong?
surfer gear.
No idea.
I don't know. I was familiar. I thought it was gonna be a lot more excited talking about the Pistons. Like maybe the day got away from me, day drinking at the beach. I'm not so sure. Well, I tell you what though, the boys did hit in the
happy about
parlays
Pistons,
last
man.
night.
Hey,
The boys cleaned up. Detroit Pistons OT.
Hey, Pistons 3-3 in their last 6. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you,
500 ball.
listen. That's why I went yesterday. And again, no disrespect. What?
I mean, can I just say what I was saying during the losing streak?
What?
I was saying it the whole time. This team is going to be far better in February, March, April than they were in October, November, December. Like, that's just what
It's not
it
a hot
is.
take.
So when people were, I know, but it felt like a hot take because
They're going to be
people,
better
like,
than
burn
the
it
worst
down.
team ever.
Yeah, but like they are, man. That's what a young team does. They get better as the season goes on. So like obviously part of this is, you know, you can't deny what Fettuccine has brought to this team. You can't
That's
deny
facts.
it.
and
But
Muscala.
at the same time,
Can I?
they're just gonna get better. That's what young teams do. They get better as the year goes on, man.
Hey,
Giggle Stick says you guys look like you're down in Cabo with the rest of the NFL. It's beach day.
Beach
60 degrees
I'm
out in
saying.
Metro Detroit, and our Lions are on vacation, so we're with them in spirit.
You know who else is on
Spirit.
vacation?
Fly.
Probably flu spirit too. Yeah.
Beach day. I'm definitely flying spirit.
Seasonal depression. Where you at? Not
Yeah,
here.
where
Let's
you
go.
at? Yeah.
60
Yeah,
in
no.
February.
It's been 50 plus
Come
the
on.
past 2 days.
Boys feel great. I'm just saying. They let Danilo Gallinari go yesterday right before the game.
Yep.
And we will talk football majority of the show. I apologize. I just want to say I'm fucking. That means that we traded Marvin Bagley for literally nothing. Was it his $12 million was just essentially being a salary dump?
Don't disrespect the GOAT Mike Muscala.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Muscala made some
That's fair.
plays.
That's fair.
And we
That's
gave
fair.
them 2 first-rounders, if I'm not mistaken, to get rid
second
of
rounders.
Bagley's.
Second rounders.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
2 second-rounders? Yeah, I thought I did.
You're good.
To get rid of Bagley's contract.
Yeah,
So we
I
had to
mean
get
that's
that
what
with it.
happens
I
when
still
you
like
when
the
you
fit, though.
overpay for a bad player. You're gonna have to do things like that.
Which
You
that's
know
on
when
Troy.
you took on the corpse of Danilo Gallinari, he
Yeah.
wasn't gonna be a player for the future. I don't understand why they cut him right before a game when they were down half of their
That's
team.
insane.
But we'll see.
They
We'll
could
see
have kept
what
all
happens.
those. Oh, maybe they couldn't have cut him if they let him play. No, because they still cut Killian.
I think they had to just for the number of rostered players. Like before a game, you have to have X amount
But they
of
only
players
had
rostered.
what?
And so they cut 2 at the time, and they needed to cut 3, I believe. I believe that's what it is. Also, you never know with Arn Tellem. Like, could this be because he is a Tellem client just like Killian? Could this have been, hey, let's let these guys get another opportunity elsewhere? Do my sports agency a favor? Do my son a favor? Like
With a contender, probably get another shot. Also, want to take a quick lap, Easy. Yesterday, I said Jaden Ivey better get 20 shots from the field. That's what I said to close out the show. He did. We won the game. I'm happy. He couldn't make a layup to save his life.
No, he couldn't.
But he was sparking from 3. And shout out Chris.
Seven, bro.
And shout out
7.
Chris for calling me out, saying I wouldn't take the Cade Cunningham under. It was under 25,
hating
which
ass
is
it.
bold. But I did take his under. Cash the parlay. Let's go.
this
Shout
motherfucker
out.
taking a victory lap for hating the Cade. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't. These past 2 days.
You called me out like crazy, and what do you mean? I just said I think that Jaden Ivey should literally get the majority of shots. Basically, I was saying he should be Batman.
spit in his mustache.
The best hate.
Don't say that shit on
The
here.
best hate sports betting I ever did was taking the under on 1 Killian 3 or on 0.5 Killian 3s, taking the under on that, and I put like $10 on it to win like 11. It was principle, but I did it.
Well, Killian's
Felt
in the
great.
past.
Yes.
He's gone. We
Rest
don't
in
care
peace.
about Killian. We
dead.
care about this new
Yeah, go ahead.
this new Pistons team that's 2-0 in the Fettuccine Alfredo era.
Yes.
That has Jaden Ivey shooting 50% plus from 3.
Yes.
That is going out there winning games at OT undermanned.
Yes.
Is this a sign of things to come?
Yes. This is they finally got pieces that fit around them. I mean, that's like both those guys. Like whether if you had gone forward with Cade or Jaden, if you had decide one and in the deadline you cut ties and you went one way, you would have still needed shooting and defense surrounding them. You kept both of them. Makes sense. Let's find out who's best. You really never even had a complete season with them together. Although people like me think it won't fit. Find out your damn selves while you got them. Don't let them go for nothing while the value's low. Keep them. Get the pieces that they need around them, and see what happens. And guess what's happening, boys? They're eating W's.
Eating W's.
Eating W's. 2 in a row for a team that literally set the fucking longest losing streak in NBA history. And as much as people thought that at the trade deadline is boring, and I'm okay with boring at the surface because fit matters. We have the engine part, the part that's going to kick everything and get it going, the piston, if you will. And then everything else is kind of just a gear, a cog in place. We got those fine pieces finally, the pieces that fit, I should say. And now they're actually playing competitive.
Yeah.
May not be winning every single game, although post-Fettuccine 2-0, no big deal.
Post Fettuccine 2-0.
But also competitive, and then they get the 2 W's on top of it. Yes, I am completely fine with what they've done.
Has he already surpassed Gigi Datome?
He has surpassed
Yes,
Gigi
he has.
Datome. He is the
When
new
I
best
was little-
Italian in the history of Detroit Pistons.
When I was a kid, I thought Gigi told me he was going to come here
I
and
thought
beat
he was
Jesus.
gonna be tough,
I was
too.
like, this guy's an MVP?
Yeah.
All I know
Put
is
up
Italy?
100 points a game MVP.
Yeah.
when I
that
look
shit was-
what they did at the trade deadline, I know Nick was not happy with it, but they didn't give up anything too crazy. They gave up the corpse of Alec Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic, which were expiring contracts. They got younger shooters. They got guys who can play defense and guys that can fit around them. So would I have liked to seen them get a star? Yes. Was there a star obtainable for them? No. So they didn't do it. And what they got is not groundbreaking headline shit, but it makes their bench rotation better.
Big facts.
Shout out the Pistons front office for coming up with the theory that 3-point shooting and defense is critical in today's NBA.
Bro,
Right? Shout out to
about-
them for attacking that.
Yeah.
About damn time.
Yeah.
About fucking time.
Yeah.
And then real quick, before we go to break here, I just want to get it out the way because I'm not, listen, I know who this guy is, Sneeko. He's a streamer. I know he's out there on the
one of those
internet.
TikTok guys, dude.
Someone, I don't know if it's management or if he has a manager, allowed this guy to enter a cage against Sean Strickland.
That was Sneeko?
Former UFC welterweight champion. Not only just against Sean Strickland, who's a psychopath by itself, but Sean Strickland coming off of a loss. Who in the right fuck? Can you play the video, Chris? This is insane. Have you seen this, Nick?
Yeah, give me
Saw a little bit of
Yeah,
the
he
clip.
gets-
I had
he
no
gets
idea.
Just to be safe.
He gets dog walked, not gonna lie.
Oh no, it's fucking yeah. You can leave there's no music on it. They're just scrapping, bro. I mean, I can't say they. There's
Yeah,
There's a one
This
party
is what
affair.
happens when a streamer gets in. You see him throwing the towels already.
yeah, bro. So there's our guy Ben that we have on the show all the time. Every time we talk UFC.
Yeah.
So he has the cell phone version of it. Ben Davis, by the way.
Shout
And
out, Ben.
Sneeko's team literally threw in the towel 4 times before the ref or whoever that may have been stepped in. And by the way, too, shout out to Sneeko for
Having the balls to do that.
yes, first and foremost, eating that. I almost would have got knocked out in the first 2 shots. If I'm being
Yeah,
honest with you.
I would have fell.
You're just taking brain damage at that point.
He's got a chin.
Yeah, he does.
Say that kid's got a chin on him. That's impressive to take that many shots from a former UFC champion.
That was wild.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not too familiar with him and what he represents. I've seen him around.
Yeah,
He's
I
in
don't know
that
his
top
beliefs
G,
or anything,
top G
but
type thing, like with.
Is he really?
They were throwing all the towel. He's a top G.
He's a top G.
I've heard. Who's the guy that would Andrew Tate?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like that, type of guy.
Yeah,
not
he got his
sure,
ass
actually.
whooped.
Yeah.
That's what happens when a civilian gets in the ring with a professional.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen 10 times out of 10.
Bro, they literally sent Detroit Supremacy, Sneeko's an alpha. They literally threw the towel 4 times before somebody stopped that
Yeah.
from happening. Can you see it one more time, actually? Before I just,
Yeah, throw it up there
just
one more
do
time.
One more time. Can
He
you put this
gets
sound on or no?
abused, man.
I just want to hear,
Let's see.
what was
Watch.
said. Oh, man. Yeah, because,
Wait for it. Wait, one towel. Two
two
towels.
towels.
Probably third towel.
Yeah, 3 towels. There's 4
Definitely
of
a
them
fourth.
from my understanding.
Does he get a punch in?
No.
There's
I
think that might have been the fourth.
Oh,
dude,
God,
like,
bro.
Sean's already a psycho, but you're after
shout out
a
to him.
loss.
Shout out to him. Like, we're laughing at this shit, but the same thing would happen to any of us. So he had the balls to actually get there in the ring with a former champion.
Yeah,
One of the best boxers in the UFC.
that's facts.
And
It really is.
That's what's going to happen. So,
That is what's gonna happen.
you know, he's got some balls on him. I'll tell him that.
We can find the best, nicest, and looking hairstylist in the
Lady
world.
Jane's, obviously. Coming to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men
Freakiest.
for an award-winning haircut experience and
Nasty.
automatically enter to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Feel alive during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get the best prices on our huge selection of award-winning Chevrolets. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 per month. Or this 2024 Silverado for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 19th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal extended through January 19th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer. With 18 locations, one right in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the one nearest you and check out Feldman Chevrolet Novi earlier Monday for Wake Up with Woodward and BD, baby. Beach Day! Beach Day! Where'd you get the shades from? Oh, you got them from Nick.
I bought them at Speedway.
Oh. Wait, are those the ones? Nick with the shades. By the way, Nick, that's not really a beach shirt, bro.
That's
be
not
honest
a
with you.
beach shirt. That's
like
Yeah,
a
to be
Miami
honest,
club
I woke
shirt.
up very late today. This
You
was
wore
the
that to
closest
work?
thing I got. Yeah. I had an actual hat on, not the bucket, but
Oh, what a boss.
yeah, you know.
That's baller.
That is
pop
awesome.
chest hair.
Yeah.
That looks like every one of my grandma's blankets.
No,
just
it's a rave.
sewn
It's a
together.
rave shirt.
That's
My
a
girl
rave
got-
shirt for sure.
Yeah,
That's a what?
That's a
Teresa-
rave shirt for sure.
Rave
You can
shirt
ring that
for
thing
sure.
out and
Teresa-
some Molly would drop.
Electric Forest. for
Teresa
sure.
got it down in Bonnaroo for me.
Oh,
Shout
hell
out.
yeah. Bonnaroo. That's some
Yeah,
I don't know what that is. What is that?
definitely
old
pretty
ass
good.
shit.
Bonnaroo?
Bonnaroo, it's
It's like a crazy festival
yeah.
down in
It's
Tennessee.
like
I
Burning
think.
Man.
I've never been to any festival. I've always wanted to go.
I
Never
went
been
to
to
Rolling
Faster?
Loud.
You should try the
Rolling
Fire
Loud
Festival.
was lit, bro.
I mean, like, I don't count those, though.
What do you mean?
Like, festival, I mean, like, those types. Like, the
Rolling
raves.
Loud was a festival. It was 3 days long.
It's great,
all
like,
rap
music-wise,
music.
but I'm talking about, I want to, like...
So you're saying, like,
I wanna fucking,
electric, like
be-
EDM you're looking for.
And I don't even listen to music. I just want the experience of, like, the nakedness, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the little freak hoes trying to...
dirty.
Yeah! You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to experience. Have you been, Nick?
Not to an EDM one. The only festival I went to was Faster Horses when I graduated high school. I went a couple years straight.
I'd go to Faster Horses. Like I
I would do that too.
I don't like country music, but I'll slam some beer and I'll look at some white girl
Listen,
tits.
as much as it sounds like not a good idea as a black person to go to Faster Horses,
All right, I'm with you, brother.
but also if there, if that's a woman's type and you're like one of
4.
right, like fam, you're in there,
bro.
bro.
You're
You're
cleaning
in there,
You're cleaning up.
and I like country music. Spencer can attest.
He does. I like country music in the summer. Like
I
beach
don't
day?
like it.
Beach day, I'll listen to country music.
That's fair.
I
That's
can't
fair.
listen to
That's a-
country
that's a
music.
funny ass
I
statement.
can't listen to country
I
music
like
in the
country
winter.
music in the
It's
summer.
good in the summer. It's not good in the winter. You
I
don't want to be
really-
sitting 2 degrees outside in your car and they're like, yeah, I'm on a beach drinking a beer. It's like, no, it doesn't hit like it does in the summer.
But see, in the summer, I'm listening to dance. I'm listening to pop shit. I'm listening to
Yeah, we know.
R&B,
You're in
like,
pickles
shit
having
like
a good
that.
time with glow sticks.
Bro, hey, bro, don't knock it till you try it. They'll knock it to you, Charlie.
Hey, I'm not judging. Just like to shoot straight.
All right.
Are we talking about this Dan Campbell sit?
Yeah, couple snubs, if you will. First and foremost, I would just like an apology from, in a disrespectful way, because a shout out to my guy, Detroit Supremacy. He paid up. He's like a man.
That's
of
a
his
real
word.
one.
Yeah, he is a real one.
That's
He
real.
sent the cash the day
Spartan
that it
dog.
was announced. Jared Goff didn't make the top 7. So everyone who came at me,
Hey, yo.
pause.
Pause.
For everyone who attacked me for, I guess, not putting in that category of player, the caliber of player, hit the like button. You don't got to apologize. Just smash the like button. That's all I'm asked for. Share the stream. Be a friend,
Smash.
tell a friend. But I didn't want this to be the conversation, Spinny. Although I know we both feel the same way, but because we are feeling good on Beach Day, are we allowed to have the honest conversation about the Dan Campbell? Because listen,
Yes.
a lot of people saying Dan Campbell was stubbed last night.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell's my favorite coach. I would literally get a Dan Campbell tattoo.
I might have to.
That's without the Super Bowl. I love that man that much. He did wonders for my franchise.
If the Lions win a Super Bowl, I have to get a Dan Campbell tattoo. With Jared Goff.
Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. I will beat your ass.
That doesn't make him the 2023 Coach of the Year.
No.
To me, Coach of the Year is like kind of like we talk about with AG. It's like, okay, what are the ingredients you were given and what'd you cook up? And there are guys like this past year who master chefed it. And I'm talking about the guy, and I think it was by one first place vote.
Yeah.
Where Kevin Stefanski got it over our guy D'Amico Ryans. Your guy D'Amico Ryans. Let me give you credit because before the draft even happened, you called that thing happen.
I did.
So shout out to you.
Thank you.
But that's what I'm considering. Like if it was last year, I think Dan Campbell should have been Coach of the Year. You started that season out very, very, very shitty. You climbed back into a playoff situation. Brian Dabble got it with a 9-7 record. Dan Campbell finished 9-8. He got lucky with having that draw. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, Dan Campbell should have been Coach of the Year.
He had a better case for it last year than he did this year.
But this year, no.
You had expectations this year. All of us, everyone in this chat, all of our expectations were the Detroit Lions to win the NFC North, the Detroit Lions to win a playoff game. I know the playoff game doesn't matter because it's a regular season award, but they won the NFC North, and it's fantastic. I love Dan Campbell. But what the Browns and the Texans went through was more controversy and more crazy situations than what the Lions did. The Browns lost the best running back in the NFL, pretty much their entire offense, Nick Chubb, in the beginning of the season. The Browns started 4 different quarterbacks throughout the season and still won 11 games. The only reason they didn't win their division was because Baltimore is in it. I am not mad that Kevin Stefanski won it. It makes sense. D'Amico Ryans, if he would have won it, I would not have been mad.
Makes sense.
Either of them, it makes sense. D'Amico Ryans took a team who had the first pick in the NFL draft to a division champion. To a division champion.
Yes.
They went out there and they won the division over a Trevor Lawrence Jacksonville team. So those two guys put on coaching clinics this year. Dan Campbell, I think, had a better case to win it last year than he did this year. Although I love him, he did a great job, and he's a great coach. D'Amico and Kevin Stefanski had more controversy and exceeded expectations more than the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell.
Yes. That's where I'm at with it. Nick?
Yeah, posing a question to you guys. Do you think it affects any of these voters pulling on the heartstrings that it has never happened in 30-plus years for this franchise?
No, that's not a thing.
That they had a 9.5 over-under, and they did win 12 games. They won the 2 playoff games. Don't they do the voting before
It's a regular season award.
Regular season.
Yeah, it's a regular season award. If it were coach of 2001 to 2003, that's Dan Campbell all day.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a single soul I'm picking over Dan Campbell in that situation. But we've watched this transpire already. Like as Spinney said, we had expectations heading into the season.
Yeah.
Like yes, 9.5 was like the mark, but don't forget I guess Vikings could have higher expectations.
All of us said 12 wins.
Yeah, and they were the favorites. They were the
under.
favorites to win the division, and that's after the Vikings won the division like the year prior.
Mm-hmm.
But they were also the biggest frauds, and we all knew this. At least, I mean, if you've had a fucking no offense, but if you knew what was going on, you knew the Vikings were frauds.
We only lost 1 game in the division last year.
But the expectations were exactly what we did. Had he gone, if he had won 15 games, I could see maybe more of a case there. Because I'm not going to take away his case from this year. But no, I can't include the previous 30 years into coach of 2020.
Gotcha. I didn't know if it would pull on their heartstrings. Last question here, Spencer.
Yeah.
Do you think if they win in Dallas, where they obviously got the call wrong, and they get to 13 wins, possibly the 1 seed, if San Fran would have slipped up in that Rams game, that was super hot team, do you think?
Yeah. If ifs and buts was candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
My aunt had a dick, she'd be my
wife. If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. But I do agree. If they had the 1 seed, yeah, he probably gets it. But he didn't. They didn't. And unfortunate as that was, it makes sense for who got it. The only thing I will say, I do think he should have gotten more votes.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
3 votes.
Three was disrespectful.
3 votes is a little disrespectful.
It hurt to see. I'm not gonna lie. It hurt to see.
I think it should have been definitely a neck and neck race between D'Amico Ryans and Kevin Stefanski, and then Dan Campbell a little bit higher than he was.
And Lions fans, I want to say this: you should be thankful, because quote Matt Broder, official Detroit Lions beat reporter on Twitter, mentioned this only feeds the monster in Detroit.
That is true.
Dan Campbell loves being the underdog.
You know those guys love some bulletin board material.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all these guys did with that. So take that as the reward coming away from the NFL awards, because it also, actually real quick, Chris, did you have something to say, or did somebody already say it?
I mean, my general question, this is a sports thing, like, I've always pushed for in recent years, making these awards, all of these awards, changing them to include the postseason, because I think that sports is just in the last few years, particularly football, where one playoff game can literally change everything. It could change your total outlook on a season. If you come in and you're the favorite and you get smacked, all of a sudden you're getting a Coach of the Year award, or vice versa if you're switching it around and you're the underdog barely getting into the playoffs, and then you make a run at the second round, you're looking good. You're in a good position. You like exactly where you're at. You like the position you're in.
Love that position.
You're a fan of that position.
Oh yeah.
So
great position.
I just feel like
you know what?
Playoffs are so important these days that I think awards should be moved to include the playoffs, because how many times do we see MVPs get bounced early, and how many times do we see Coach of the Years, fall in the first round, like things like that. Where do you guys stand on that, just as a general?
It's tough. It's tough when you look at it, because the playoffs are single elimination. And it's any given Sunday for a reason. You wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you're not going to have a good day. That's what the NFL is about. I like it being a regular season award, because that is the grueling 18-week, 17-game regular season.
Yeah.
And I think the people who played the best, who coached the best, who came back the best, deserve it for the regular season, because the playoffs, it can just get dead in a second.
Yeah, and also, if you were to make it a postseason award, if we're being honest about it, like, what would end up happening? The guys that were in the Super Bowl would end up receiving the award.
Maybe they should
because he's like, okay, this guy won the NFC, this guy won the NFC.
He had extra game. Yeah, he had 2 more games than the next guy. Maybe they should do what, well, they already do. They do a NFC championship game MVP, right?
I don't think they do.
Are you talking
NBA
about
they do.
How the
Maybe
NFL,
they should do
or
that.
The NBA
like the NBA. How the NBA does it with the
or just do both.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson, the Larry Bird Awards.
Postseason awards, and
do the Tom Brady playoff MVP award.
Man, Tom Brady deserves something named after him.
The Tom Brady playoff MVP award.
I like
for
that.
who is the best player in the playoffs. They get the Tom Brady.
Tom Brady wasn't always the best player on his team in the playoffs, but
he's in the playoffs more than anybody else.
For sure, absolutely. I just had to say a trophy.
Yeah, I'm not saying the regular season doesn't matter. I'm just saying including the postseason, I think would really be a more fair assessment of
but
of
it's, like I said, if it was like a series, maybe, but with the NFL, it's any given Sunday for a reason, and it's single elimination. So I'm not taking away what Lamar Jackson did in the regular season because he lost in the playoffs.
True.
I'm not taking away what Kevin Stefanski did. What Kevin Stefanski did, coaching an 11-win team with 4 different quarterbacks and the best running back in the NFL getting hurt because they ran into a buzzsaw in the Houston Texans in the playoffs. It's a bigger sample size, and it's a regular season award for a minute.
Shout out Lamar for cashing.
Straight cash, homie.
Cashing the MVP.
Yeah.
Let's go. I took it immediately after
Said
demolishing the Lions. I was like, that dude's winning MVP.
And real quick,
Detroit Supremacy says, speaking of dead, they got it right not giving comeback player of the year to Hamlin.
I was going to touch on that.
Wait,
I was going to touch
who
on
got
that.
it?
Joe Flacco.
Listen, you know how
that
ass
makes
you got to
sense.
be
That's fair.
to die in the field, come back to life and make a roster. and still not get comeback player of the year, fam? You know how ass you gotta be like that? No, I'm serious. Shout out to DeMar Hamlin. And then one more thing. If you can solo shot me for this one, once we get the laugh out. To hell with school, Bobby. Shout out to 1313 and Danny G. Something like Bobby Boucher's dad.
Oh, that's a good one. I was thinking the dude from Holtz. I could fix that.
I can fix it. That's fucking weird.
The Bobby Boucher's dad is a good one.
Let's hit a break and tell you about Fairway Pack Company, because for over 6 years we've provided Michigan's finest hotels, restaurants, and casinos with the finest dry-aged beef, prime beef, and Wagyu beef. Get it delivered to your door at fairwaypacking.com or stop for grab-and-go steaks in Grosse Pointe.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Winning is a habit. So is listening daily to Woodward Sports. We're glad you're a winner, and thanks for listening. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Welcome to Woodward Sports. I'm your daddy.
I'm your daddy.
I'm your daddy, Bobby.
You gotta do it cross-eyed.
I can't. Am I doing it?
Wait. Yeah. You can't do cross-eyed?
No, I don't know if I'm doing it. When you go cross-eyed, I can't see when I go cross-eyed.
You can definitely tell you're cross-eyed.
I'm your daddy. No, when I
don't do it too long.
You can go cross-eyed and still see. You can still see.
Yeah.
How many fingers am I holding up?
2.
Hold on. How many fingers am I holding now?
4.
3.
All right. Yeah.
I can't see shit when I go cross-eyed.
Don't do it too long.
Throw up fingers. 3.
Yep.
2.
Yep.
Easy.
1. I was focusing so hard. Shit was awesome.
You just shoot blood out of your nose.
Yeah. What's that movie? Limitless. That's how I felt just now. Going cross-eyed. 1. 3.
That's a good movie.
That's a great movie. Detroit Lions hired a new passing game coordinator yesterday. Did you catch that?
I did.
How you feel? Wait.
25 sitting on 25 now.
What happened?
I just saw the solo shot of you cross-eyed on my laptop, and that shit made me laugh. I don't know how to feel, really. What does it mean? What does it mean for Tanner
it's
Strand?
Deshae Townsend.
Yeah, what does it mean for Tanner Strand? What's going on there? I heard that.
Hold on. Defensive passing game coordinator. Remember we were scratching our fucking head like, what? Run game coordinator, but he's a defensive line coach. I guess it is an offensive it can work both ways.
So he's a defensive.
Yes.
I like it. For sure.
Love it.
Yeah,
I want some more of it.
Yeah. You need more of that, obviously, because the pass defense, I don't know if you guys know this or not, wasn't so hot last year. So adding a guy in here for not only the pass defense but the defensive line, as coaches on the defensive side of the ball, we should see some changes next year. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
Former NFL player himself, surprise, 12-year veteran. I think he's been coaching since 2011, and most recently he was the passing game coordinator / defensive backs coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars the past 2 years. Now I know there's no longer Saxonville, but I'd say they're pretty solid.
Yeah,
right.
Good defense for sure.
And how about this? Because we know what needs to be addressed has been the defensive side of the ball. We've been kind of defending the Glen started here on this show, right? Defensive line and cornerbacks have been our biggest concerns. I think you've asked any Detroit Lions fan that's an actual real Detroit Lions fan, their top 3 needs for the team. They'd probably go defensive end, defensive tackle, cornerback, in no particular order. Mm-hmm. How about this offseason? This team, as accountable as they are, that's exactly what they addressed. Obviously not yet. Free agency has yet to hit, so we don't know who they're acquiring to play those positions. But they knew it was an issue, enough so that they acquired a passing game coordinator / defensive backs coach for that end of the ball, and also a brand new defensive line coach. It shows more competence in this fucking regime, and I just love to see it continue carried out, and I just love to see that particularly executed because I want to win a Super Bowl, guys. I do.
Yeah.
And if you and
Me too.
as crazy as much as
That'd
we
be
can say
pretty cool.
we want an edge rusher, we want a defensive tackle, we do have Aiden Hutchinson and we do have a Lee McNeil.
James Houston.
So maybe if they don't go out there and spend the big bucks on a Justin Matabuke or Daniil Hunter, that these coaches can make that difference. Because it's obviously something they're very, very, very quite aware of, that they went and hired these guys as soon as they did. The Super Bowl has yet to be played yet.
Yeah.
And they've already acquired these guys that fulfill the positions. I'm sorry for rambling on there. I love my lines.
You got to be
Nick,
ready
you
to
look
play.
excited to say something.
You got to be ready to play. And these players, we need better talent in the secondary. There's no way around that, Eazy.
Yeah.
You cannot be starting Kendall Vildor off your practice squad in the NFC Championship game. This team needs talent in the secondary. I still do believe in James Houston. We've seen it in his first year. He can still be a top-tier pass rusher. I mean, he had 8 sacks, I believe it was, in like 9 games. I believe in James Houston going forward, but I mean, there's no doubt about it. It starts in the secondary. We need that number 1 corner. It needs to be addressed, but I believe this will help getting another former player in that was coaching in Jacksonville.
Absolutely. 2011-2012, he was the Arizona Cardinals assistant defensive back coach. 2013-2015, Mississippi State's cornerback coach. 16-17, the Tennessee Titans defensive back coach. New York Giants assistant defensive back coach in 2018.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
No, that's you.
Is that me?
I think that one's
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
you. You need a cane or something.
That's
like
a good
that.
movie.
That is a great. I've been watching that with Bryson. No, and real quick too. I guess I don't want anyone to call into question Dre Bly's job because he's not been named as a cornerbacks coach, just a defensive passing game coordinator.
Yeah.
So I think Dre Bly he's still cool. And I really didn't have I don't know what's going on with John Scott Jr. because his title was actually taken by somebody else. I don't expect him to be back, but Dre Bly will continue to be back, and the Detroit Lions defense will continue to improve. In my humble opinion.
I agree. I think we've seen change work before with this defense. We've seen change work before with this regime when they move guys out, whether it be Anthony Lynn, whether it be Aubrey Pleasant, whether it be someone on this coaching staff. It's worked. And obviously the 2 biggest factors of this defense not being good were the passing defense struggling, and the defensive line not getting to the quarterback. So bringing 2 guys in to shake that up is a good thing. Bringing 2 guys in to shake those position groups up is important, and it is a smart move. So we'll see. I'm not overly hype about these guys. I'm a lot more excited about the defensive line coach than I am the passing game coordinator. I'll tell you that.
GB Reggie, I pay $75 for my 8s because I get the best.
For your what?
I'm just kidding. For
Your
8s?
8s?
Yeah. It's a troll job. He said these guys pay $50 for 8s.
25.
It's somebody we know. It's a mutual friend. He's trolling us. I just want to give him a little shout out. Smash that like button if you guys haven't already.
Spenny looks like a gay Steve Irwin. Says GB Reggie. Crikey, look at the cork on that one.
Look at the croc or cork?
Croc.
Pro all day.
Gotta be.
No, shout out to the Shea Townsend. Welcome to Detroit. I can't wait to have you here. And I hope that we get you, some young talent to work with? How you feel about that?
Some young talent, some old talent, some talent, period.
Two Super Bowls with the Steelers, by the way, too. I forgot to mention that.
I'm just excited to see these guys work together because one benefits the other. They go hand in hand. Mm-hmm. If the defensive line is getting to the quarterback and getting pressure, it's going to make the cornerbacks and the pass game on defense look a lot better. So if one can improve the other, if these guys can work together, that'll be something great.
Yeah, I don't know what was Terrell Williams' tenure in Tennessee, but there obviously is an overlap for our guy, Deshae Townsend, where he was in Tennessee at the same time as Terrell Williams. So to your point of them working together in unison to make something happen, I can see that happening as well.
I mean, they're going to have to.
Yeah.
They're going to have to work together to some aspect. Obviously, they're on the same team. They're on the same coaching staff. But they go hand in hand. The defensive line goes hand in hand with the cornerbacks, with the pass game defense.
Wario? How you feel?
Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Wah. No, I just think it was a great point that you brought up that he has won 2 Super Bowls, and I think those are the type of guys that you need to bring in here that have done it so they can speak to these players about it when they get in those big situations.
Nick, the worst chat. I'll take any character with a stash.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wario, Waluigi,
No, it's Waluigi.
Luigi, Mario.
It's Waluigi.
It's Waluigi.
Do you have a preference? I mean, if you have,
I like Detroit Mario. I do.
That's
Detroit
a good
Mario?
one. Yeah, of course you do. He's the main character.
Detroit Luigi. I mean, Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to be Mario?
Wah.
Easy's wearing the Luffy hat, the straw hat.
Yeah. Hey, we went to pick up some drinks.
Yeah.
H2O. High quality H2O.
High quality H2O. Shoddy was ready.
Spinny went full beach day. I'm in my Timbs and sweatpants, and then I got the beach shirt on. Spinny went full. Yeah, Spinny went full beach day, and so he has a thigh tattoo of his favorite character from his favorite comic. We went to go get the drink, and the lady and the clerk knew his exact tattoo and the exact moment it happened. She said, "That's my favorite comic, and that's my favorite scene from the show ever." And that's got to be the first time that happened for you because you got that in the wintertime, no?
Yeah.
Give me your reaction. Get your slutty ass down.
I'm gonna go back over there to Speedway and pop some tags. You know what I'm saying? No, it was awesome. It was awesome to see. She was like, "That's my favorite." It's the picture of Sanji when Sanji takes the lightning bolt from NRU and he says, "I'm looking for a light." He dives in front of Usopp and pushes him out of the way, tanks the lightning bolt, and hits a cigarette and says, "I was looking for a light." It's a badass scene. And so yeah, Shawty was feeling it. You know, she works there. I've seen her there before. I might go over there more often.
Hey, and shout out to the commercial we got coming up, but also the brand new Dispo commercial just dropped.
Go check it out.
Check that out.
Go to Dispo's Instagram right now. It's awesome.
It is absolute fire. It's
Not
the
right
first
now.
one pinned.
7 o'clock.
Well, yeah, 7 o'clock.
7:01.
Or go during a break, come back, whatever you want to do. But it's fire. Is this supposed to? How's it supposed to look? Like, what's the way it is?
Yeah, you're good, dude. Just
Yeah, you can.
it's however you feel, man.
I feel like a 50s tax man.
You got the will of D right now.
What's that?
It's part of One Piece.
It's a good thing.
Takes a lot to explain.
Gum!
There you go.
Shout to live action.
All right, let me tell you guys about Jack Labrador. RIP to the same old Lions. Big thanks to Sheila, Brad, and Dan for putting them to rest. And guess what else has found its grave? Same old rock, paper, scissors. Jack Labrador has revolutionized that tired game with the 2 new symbols and a franchise-changing 3-point play. Discover the action at jacklabrador.gg now and find out why once you go Jack, you never go back.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Beach Day!
Beach Day!
Beach Day!
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined my guy Spinmo Rax.
What up, though?
Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff.
Let's go.
Young Chris and Young Nick. Does this sound similar, or is it just me? Chris, Nick, young Chris, Young Nick.
No, yeah.
Chris, Nick.
Yeah, it's just
okay. It is what it is. The reason why we're really dressed like this,
Beach Day,
is going down to Florida. We're hunting down Terrell in FL.
Yeah.
Because he owes a jersey.
You don't find him.
All right. Terrell in FL. You catch him in these chat streets. You let him know. Eazy wants his jersey.
He's the only one to not pay, right?
And I want it in Bryson's size.
Yes. Supremacy paid up in advance, like a real one. Spartan Dog.
Yes, sir.
Broder's paying up today.
Shout out to Broder.
Shout out to Broder, real one.
Catch
Wolverine.
up. Wake up with Woodward.
Terrell FL, where you at? Don't write no checks your ass can't cash.
That's what I'm saying.
Can I ask what the
Even though you literally did write 3 checks your ass wouldn't have been able to cash.
At the time. When I made the bet with Supremacy.
Oh, it's Broder right there. He's got the pizza.
Parlez-vous français?
No way, we got a pizza.
Detroit Lions be reporters right there.
Shout out.
Shout out to Broder. What that wasn't Broder? It was like I just delivery guy.
Just
being like weird.
pizza, yeah. Creeping in the window.
I got pizza. Check me out. I got more good news for Detroit Lions fans.
Huh?
Frank Ragnow announced he is not retiring
Right now.
Right now. Hey, nice game, my Frank Ragnow confirmed he is not retiring last night. Is it a red carpet? What do they call that?
Let's go.
Is it purple carpet?
Purple carpet? Yeah, I don't really know. Hey, shout out to
Broder
in the building.
Host
with the za.
Host of Wake Up Woodward.
Host of Wake Up Woodward.
Paying his dues like
Make
a man.
10.
Like a man. We still have Terrell FL. Still owes it. Shout out to Broder. Pizza.
Won the bet. Jared Goff is not top 5.
I love Let's go.
Shout out.
Enjoy.
Let's go.
Whoa!
Go
What's
green.
Italian
Go
word
green.
you say?
What's
He said go blue.
He said go blue.
I thought he said something Italian.
Go green.
I just mumbled. I said whoa.
How do you feel about Wink, the Wink signing?
Gabagool.
Oh yeah, you're the perfect person to speak to about that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Am I live? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Good. I think it's great. I know he hasn't had like the best track record in the last 2 years, but what he can bring to the transition of this program with an NFL style defense, I think is going to be huge. I don't know how much he's going to be recruiting. I don't know all these details, but I'm really happy with it.
That's just another NFL coordinator on the Michigan staff.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not
8 wins though, Spenny.
8 wins.
I heard you. I heard you.
8 wins. They're losing to Michigan State. They're losing to Ohio State. 8 wins.
Nah, it's gonna be more. I mean, we don't know who the quarterback is, but
They don't got a quarterback
dog,
yet. I'm just saying.
as a Michigan State fan, when I woke up this morning, because it came out like
You're
5:54.
not a Michigan State fan.
State of Michigan fan. I side with Michigan State
Bro
more than
said go
Michigan.
blue and threw a hat on.
I did. I wanted my boys to get the fucking natty. I mean,
Crazy.
come on. Why would I not want to see my friends happy?
Because I didn't want to see my friends happy. I wanted to see my friends cry.
That's fair. You went to the school.
I be
I'm
hating
different.
hard.
Yeah, that's fair. I wanted to see my boys happy. They got it. Cool. Whatever. But when I woke up and I saw it, I said, "Oh fuck, that's like one of the worst possible signs we could have had was freaking Wink Martindale to Michigan." Because as everything that Brady said, that's the guy that formulated everything that went down in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Before it spread to the Michigan program. So shout out to the Michigan Swans.
Yeah, I mean,
What other
we'll
news?
see. All I know is Mormon's about to run. See you later, brother.
See you, brother.
Appreciate
Thank
you, brother.
Love you, dude. Thank you.
Love you too.
Mormon's about to run the Big Ten. Jonathan Smith, best coach in the Big Ten.
Why is he a Mormon?
Because his name's Jonathan Smith. I don't even know if he's actually a Mormon.
Yeah, I was wondering why you even saying
Joseph
that.
Smith wrote the Book of Mormon. Dum 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 dum.
I don't know. But
Football.
Frank Oh, good call. Oh, this guy could have went to commercial. I ain't mad at him though. Frank Ragnow not retiring for the Detroit Lions. That's phenomenal news. And I guess the way we can make it to a topic is we've been talking all week about drafting people to replace him, or just like in preparation to replace him, not in a disrespectful way. Nick, where you at with that?
Specifically,
'Cause you're the one who said you wanted to take one in the first
Powers
round. Yeah.
Johnson, the guy that Spencer highlighted, out of Oregon. He's an elite guard center. Spencer had a great piece on him earlier in the week. I don't think it changes my mind at all about it, because I still believe when this offensive line is elite, this offense is elite. And I believe for our best chance to get to the big game, the Super Bowl, that we were one step away from, it's with an elite offensive line. So I would still be willing to give up, or to trade, to draft Jackson Powers Johnson in the first round. Eazy, or Chris, how are you feeling about it?
100%.
Oh my God, you guys are the worst.
Easy? What are you feeling?
1 second.
I got some more pizza in my mouth, bro. You got to feel it right now. I can't feel.
Hey, yo. You want to double it, make it 200% easy?
Actually,
this is massive.
I do have one piece of information. Thank you, Nick. Nick has a
Double it and
picture of
give
my
it to the next
penis.
person.
Double it. Either way, I will say this. I had a piece of information that came out about a guy, JPJ. And I guess he has like an injury history that's getting kind of chalky.
DPJ.
DPJ?
Who'd you say?
Jackson? I thought it was Jackson.
Oh, okay. Jackson Powers Johnson, yeah.
Yeah. Either way, he's got an injury history. And I guess, so the way Roman Wilson went out and balled the Senior Bowl, like nonstop. And he's like, yo, his agent's like, yo, you've been cooking everybody here you don't even need to play the game or practice tomorrow because we don't want you to get hurt. You just moved yourself up into the second and or first round. Well, JPJ, that was not the situation. JPJ actually injured his hamstring, so that's been something that scouts have been talking about lately. And I guess since you're the guy who highlighted him, and I don't know if you've done chewing or not, but does that change anything?
No,
for you
that's why he'll be available at 29. That's why he'll be there at 29 for the Lions.
Real quick, for the people who didn't see the breakdown, can you do a quick one?
Yeah, I can do a quick one. This is a guy who's an angry run blocker. He can play left guard, right guard, or center. He is a Dan Campbell guy when you see him in the run game. He has over 1,300 snaps in college with 0 sacks allowed. This is a guy you can bring in. He'll be a day one starter. He'll be a day one starter on the line. And the injury, is probably because that's the only way we'd see him at 29. You look at his stats, you look at his track record, you look at where he comes from, you watch his tape. He's not going to make it to 29 unless it's because of an injury. But like I said, I don't know about the injury history. 1,300 plus snaps is good enough for me. If you can play 1,300 plus snaps for a Power 5 team, that's good enough for me.
I agree. And I guess to take it somewhere else, too. Because this one... Actually, Chris, do you have the clip of Aiden Hutchinson? Mm-hmm. So he did an interview with Chris Sims, which... used to be a big Chris Sims guy. Until I realized... And I don't know if it's every team. I can only speak for my team because I know most about my team. As of late, in the back half of the season at the very least, anytime Chris Sims speaks anything on the Detroit Lions, it sounds like utterly uninformed and just winged, and it's come off disrespectful. It's petty enough from my point of view where he called Aiden Hutchinson an outside linebacker today, where it's I don't think he's ever been called that. I don't know, maybe he could have went edge there, but he's just way off the wall. Either way.
He called him an outside linebacker?
Yeah.
That is just petty shit, dude.
Shit.
Who said that?
Chris Sims.
We have a nickname we can call Hutch that he would love us for. I gotta remember it's Wiz.
What?
It's Wiz something. I'll find it.
Wiz Kid.
The Wiz Kid.
No, it's his gamer tag.
One dance.
Either way, let's play a Hutchinson clip.
All right, got you.
Because I think in our exit meetings the day after, he's like, we're going to the Super Bowl next year. Screw it. I don't care what it takes. Because
There we go. Do you guys hear that, by the way? Something happened. There's no sound in the video. Well, essentially, you want to try again?
Yeah, I'll do it one more time.
Are you getting levels?
In our exit meetings the day after, he's like, we're going to the Super Bowl next year. Screw it. I don't care what it takes. Because
So remember Dan Campbell was like, this may be our last chance to be here?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to lie, that shit kind of fucked me up too. I don't know if it's a wake-up call to make them hungrier. It was an emotional thing. Shout out, brother.
Shout out, brother.
Hutchinson took it as an emotional thing. But the very next day, during exit meetings, Dan Campbell told the boys, win the fucking Super Bowl.
That's what I like to fucking hear, dude. That's what I like to hear. That's what this team's expectations need to be. Like I said, I said it since day one when they got bounced to the playoffs. Next year, this cute Detroit Lions shit, that's dead. That's dead. You have expectations now. You are a force in the NFC now. You are one of the 4 best teams in football the year prior. Your expectations should be to win the NFC North, win the NFC, and win the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl or bust for the Lions next year. If they don't win a Super Bowl, the season's a failure. They got the playoff win drought. It's gone. The division championship drought, it's gone. Now it is Super Bowl. There's one thing that this Lions team still needs to accomplish, and that's win a Super Bowl. So it's Super Bowl or bust. If you don't win the Super Bowl next season, the season's a failure.
And me, sorry for the ASMR chewing, but just connecting dots on the coordinator hiring, the passing game coordinator, Deshae Townsend, again, shout out to him, former Pittsburgh Steelers, 2-time Super Bowl champion. The defensive line coach hiring of Terrell Williams, 2 points of need. Dan Campbell telling you, obviously you could look with your fucking eyes that, hey, a window just opened. a window to like a Super Bowl just opened. We need this little bit more to go out there and actually like, get it and accomplish it. As much as like Brad Holmes hit the podium, it's like, yeah, we're going to be kind of normal process as always. Proof is in the pudding. It's yet to have been proven against. A little bit of me, based off Eddie Hutchins' comments about what Dan Campbell said, and based off these head coaching hirings, a little bit of me wants to buy back into that fucking, I'm not going to call it a last dance anymore because it is kind of like poo-poo. But Super Bowl bust.
It is Super Bowl bust.
Like I'm talking about through free agency and draft now too, though.
Yeah. This is your season.
Little me holding on to hope that Justin Madubuike, maybe at least get an offer, you know what I mean?
So at that point that you just made, I have a question to pose to you guys. Would you give up draft capital for a more established player? Like, say, your first round pick.
Yeah.
You would?
Well, because, like,
instead of building towards the future?
Yesterday, you asked me if I would took Montez Sweat for the first round pick. Our first round pick's pick 29. Next year, if we have the same expectations to be at least in the NFC Championship game, you're looking at basically a second round pick, giving up for like an established veteran, and I assume they're gonna grab a piece that you need. Right now, I sound like who played the Godfather? He put the orange peels in his mouth.
I can't think of his name.
Marlon Brando.
Yeah, Marlon Brando.
Bro, pizza crust from my mouth. I'm more Italian than him. But yeah, I would do that. You?
I would do that too. I talked about it on BDE today, and yeah, I would go all in for players because, first of all, I understand the Lions fans that are like, we want a dynasty. We want consistent success. You know how often that shit happens? Twice in my lifetime has that happened. It's the Chiefs and the Patriots. Those are the only dynasties in the NFL I've seen. And going forward, if you want a dynasty, you know what it starts with? Winning the Super Bowl. That's how you start a dynasty, is you win the Super Bowl. So if you want sustained success and you want to be the 49ers who just keep getting there, and don't get it done, that's on you.
Wait.
I'd rather go all in, win the Super Bowl, and then I have the faith that Brad Holmes will be able to reload this team with talent through the draft. If you give up your first, your second, whatever it is, to get great talent, to go for it now, I have the faith that Brad Holmes will be able to draft a third, a fourth, a fifth round guy that are impact players.
Exactly. That's what I don't get with this whole like going all in and being scared of it. Like he's proven to find talent at every level in the draft. He's proven to find talent at every level in the draft, guys. So like, why, if he operates with less picks, why are we acting like that's a terrible thing? He's shown to make quality finds in every single round. So I'm okay with him sacrificing picks. Yes, he's great at making picks, so you want him to make as many picks as possible. But you know what he's going to do? He's never going to let a draft class go where he didn't get one starter, one impact player. That's never happening.
And shout out to Broder in the Woodward Sports Chat. He said, bring Danielle Hunter home. Bring him home. Oh my God. I wouldn't bust a bigger nut in my life if the Lions signed Danielle Hunter.
Mayo everywhere.
That would be amazing.
Everywhere.
Nick, hold that thought. We got to go to break real fast. Right. We'll get to you, but first let me tell you about Big Boy. Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the veal parmesan or the new Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl. How about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. They got the classic lumberjack, the Santa Fe Garden. Also the new apple pie hotcakes that are too good to miss. You can top it all off with a gingerbread shake for dessert. All of that and more at your local Big Boy.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Your pet. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the big box retailers with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside and home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com. Orgy at Nick's.
Buongiorno.
Beach Day.
Beach Day.
Let's go.
Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. My brain got to working, got to gearing, and thoughts came nearing, and I came up with this.
Eduardo Neal says, if the Lions sign a big name free agent,
Came up with nothing,
I will
apparently.
feed the Woodward crew.
Ooh, did he what?
He will feed the Woodward crew if the Lions sign a big free agent.
Shout out.
So,
I'm all here for free food, brother.
What's a big free agent?
We'll...
Big one.
Everybody knows what a big free agent
Hold
is.
on one second, though.
Like
Well, I mean, he's
over,
got a
like,
point, though.
maybe like over 16 mil.
Depends
Is that
on
a fair-
position.
Is that a fair
I don't
rate?
know if we're going to be fed by Eduardo O'Neal. As much as I just said, I thought it might be a possibility of
Damn it,
holding on
Eazy.
to it. Well, Brad Holmes came out, and he told us what he said what he was going to do, keep things the same.
He's lying.
But I remember back when he mentioned, like, defense. You want a pair of things. I don't know why I made him sound like a
A lot of pairs.
But
never sleep on Barrio.
maybe it's not
Never
so much
sleep on
like big
Barrio.
names, but more depth pieces. See what I'm saying? Like maybe that's the approach. Are we opposed to that idea? Versus like just having like, because if you're gonna spend money, sure you're gonna spend money, but not on like one particular piece. Because he said, I'm not signing to win. It's easy to win headlines in September. It's easy to win headlines in April, June, whenever you're writing about these free agents. He wants to win the headlines in February. Do you think it's possible that it may not? He may spend the money, but it's not going to be on a particular player, just like a set of guys, like a set of eyes, to incentivize
Possibly.
a Super Bowl rise.
Possibly, but I
Or
don't
set of
think
fries.
the Lions need that. I don't think the Lions need to bring in 2 or 3 all-right players when you're looking at the...
All right?
That's Nick. When you're looking at the defensive back or the edge position.
All right.
They don't need to bring in 2 or 3 mediocre guys. They need a stud. They need a cornerback 1. They need a stud edge rusher to go on the other side of Hutch. They don't need a couple guys to chip off, to chip away, to add to their total. They need a dude at both of those positions. So it makes more sense to me to get a guy rather than sign 3 guys.
Yeah, 3 depth guys.
But
in
based
that
on what he
case.
said, though,
Based on what I think, he's just playing the GM card here. It's all talk. In my eyes, this kind of resorts back to our last conversation about, are you willing to give up draft capital for a proven player? I am. This defense needs a couple more blue chip guys, and this team is on that Super Bowl level. If you get a couple more studs, a couple more big, high money type guys that will really help this secondary A, and like Spencer just mentioned, another guy to help Hutchinson out. But if we get that, this team is set up for a Super Bowl, 100%.
Burris says pay one stud, draft the rest.
He's right. He's
I
right.
agree.
You can get the depth pieces. You can get the fill-in guys in the draft. You know what you're not going to find in this draft? You're not going to find a Daniil Hunter in this draft at 29.
Wow.
You're not going to find a Jalen Johnson in this draft at 29.
I'm not sleeping on Brad Holmes.
Immediate impact, Daniil Hunter or Jalen Johnson in this draft at 29, it's not going to happen.
Last year.
That's fair. But
He's
still,
he's nice like
he
that.
is nice. I'm with Broder. You sign one stud, whether it be cornerback 1 or that other edge rusher, and then you draft to fill the rest of the needs, which you don't have a lot of needs to fill.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the Lions team of 2 years ago where you've got, we need a wide receiver, a running back, a tight end, a linebacker, 2 cornerbacks, an edge rusher. No, you have 2 blatant needs, and
This is
that's
your
a
extra
secondary
offensive
edge rusher and a cornerback 1.
Yeah, I think one thing too. Why gamble? Like I have the most confidence in him in making those moves. Why gamble when you're this close to it? you were literally sniffing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it farted on you, you'd be offended. Because you were that close to it. The Lombardi Trophy was right there.
Yeah, beach day.
Don't
Beach
gamble
day.
at this point. Although, that's what we do. Some argue that's why we lost the game. But I hope they do sign someone. And not just anyone, obviously. Someone at a position of need. And we've had the conversations back and forth that what position of need is the position of need.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends who's out there. I believe that Justin Madubuike is probably going to get franchise tag.
I would agree.
As much as I'd love to see him here, I just don't see it as a reality. Would you be willing to break the bank for L'Jarius Sneed? You think what he's been this past couple of years is like legit?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I think it definitely helps with the pass rush that he's looking at when you got a Chris Jones and other players. But I do think L'Jarius Sneed is legit. I do think Jalen Johnson is legit. I know Daniil Hunter is legit. These are guys who are proven commodities in the NFL. These are guys who've done it for, well, other than Jalen Johnson, multiple years. So, yeah, I'm not worried about those guys. I know what they do. I know what they do against NFL players. And I understand the draft, it's great, but the draft is a gamble as well. And Brad Holmes tends to come up. He tends to clean house at those tables, but it's still a gamble. And personally, I think I'm with Broder, man. You sign one big guy, and then you draft the rest.
What if Chris Jones is still out there? If they kept L'Jarius Sneed, Chris Jones,
that'd be fucking awesome. Yes, I would sign Chris Jones.
Power rank him. Who was like number one?
Number one is Jalen Johnson.
Really?
Number one for me is Jalen Johnson.
Wow. I mean, I'm not like judging. I'm just
Number one for me is Jalen Johnson. He's the youngest. I think he's better than L'Jarius Sneed for pound, and I think the biggest position of need on this team is a lockdown cornerback one.
Nick.
So number one for me is Jalen Johnson.
Pound for pound, number one. If
they can get anybody,
yeah. We got to draft the rest now.
I'm getting Brian Burns.
Wow. I didn't expect these answers from either of you, to be honest with you.
I mean, I think it's
unexpected.
I think it's right
said
there.
My name yet? I mean, what
it's
the
Brian
fuck?
Burns.
I think Easy's
no one said Eazy. What the fuck?
No, it's Brian Burns or I hope this isn't yours. It probably is Daniil Hunter, because if you pair that with Hutchinson, this line just completely transforms. This whole entire defense completely transforms. They would get to the quarterback, and then it just gives those guys in the secondary so many opportunities to get turnovers because you know we have the ball hawks to do it.
This isn't only because we made peace. And Chris, I will get to you. Somebody stole my take already. I don't know why we made peace and you just stole my take like that, bro. Chris Jones is my guy. Like, in the same way though. We talked about it before though. Like, the Ndamukong Suh, the best defense I ever saw for the Detroit Lions in my life. The Ndamukong Suh was in the middle of it, causing havoc.
Yeah.
And he opened up lanes for Jason Jones. He opened up lanes for Kyle Van Der Esch. He opened up lanes for Cliff Averill, who continued to still do ball out when he went to Seattle. But that's also another great defense. Like, he opened to the points of I guess Kyle Van Der Esch, and I don't mean to disrespect him and or Jason Jones, who's a Detroit native. Shout out.
But
like, you didn't know who those guys were before. At least I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know who they were before they ended up as Detroit Lions. But they came here and they had like solid years with Ndamukong Suh in the middle. And another thing, too, we have point-blank conversation with a man that was part of that defense, Glover Quinn, who was an all-pro in that defense. Led the league in interceptions in that defense. As much as he could obviously take the credit for himself because he has a reward case to show it, he gave credit to Ndamukong Suh and the boys in the middle for causing wreck and havoc in the middle to help them out a little bit there. Mm-hmm. And it was a marriage there. So for me, that's what it is. If I had to pick one, a pound-for-pound number one free agent to just throw the bag at, Chris Jones. And not disrespect to Justin Madubuike, too, because he's easily a close number two. It's just that Chris Jones has consecutive years of that work where Madubuike has really only had that.
You don't think he's going to get fat and sassy if they win another Super Bowl and he just came off another all-pro season and he gets $20 million a year?
You got Dan Campbell coaching you. I don't think fat and sassy is an option.
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
I don't think that any player on this team. Well, I guess we saw with our defensive tackle that didn't he go to the Chiefs? His name's skipping me right now. Our defensive tackle that left, we let him go.
Isaiah Buggs.
Yeah, Buggs.
Follows
me on Twitter.
I think maybe. Whoa.
Didn't see that one coming. I know. It was like right after I said something like
something negative or good.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit. You follow me?
Yeah, I mean, I think number two for me after Jalen Johnson would be Daniil Hunter. Daniil Hunter is number two for me. I think putting that guy next to Aiden Hutchinson would be elite. And somebody said that I listened to recently that I don't know if I can say their name or not on the air.
Don't.
But he said, we don't need a complete edge on the other side. We need someone who can kill the quarterback. And I agree with that man 100%. You know who you are. I don't know if I can say your name on the air. But just in case you guys don't know, Danielle Hunter is a artist at sacking the quarterback. So I agree with him what he said. Like, we don't need a guy that is this complete defensive lineman, defensive edge, because we already have a great run defense. We need a guy that'll kill the quarterback. And Danielle Hunter, for his entire career, has killed the quarterback.
I'll say this part when it comes to, like, Chris Jones getting fat and sassy. When I think of fat and sassy, I think of a situation we witnessed with Albert Hainsworth, where he was a dog with the Tennessee Titans.
Mario Williams?
Yeah. Albert Hainsworth didn't have an all-pro nod until those 2 back-to-back years before his contract was up. Chris Jones, damn near every single year of his career, that man's been cashing in sack after sack after sack. I mean, Chris Jones is him.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit different there. I do feel that way, though. Not a disrespectful way. Maybe it comes off disrespectful. I don't know. I think you have the same risk when it comes to Justin Matabuke.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, Justin Matabuke, is it a flash in the pan? You've got a lot of help in that secondary. That's one of the best secondaries, if not the best secondary in the NFL on the Ravens. One of, if not the best linebacking core in the NFL on the Ravens. And dudes littered all over that defensive line. So Justin Matabuke could be a flash in the pan. Looking at his tape and looking at his aggressiveness, I don't think he is. But Chris Jones is obviously the more proven commodity.
Yeah. I got pizza on my prep sheet. Tell us about Guardian Alarm, speaking of defense.
Guardian Alarm will offer you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800
Stay up.
That's 1-800
Stay up.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you on Beach Day.
Oh, yeah.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Dispo.
Go like their new Instagram post.
Listen, head over to Dispo Instagram right now. It's one of my proudest pieces of work. I've never worked with such high-end clientele.
It's like Drewski shit.
Yeah? You give that? Hey, man, I appreciate that. I'll take that. It's if you know Drewski, that's worth it. DispoShops.com, deliver to your house, 12 locations, the best in the game, the best curated cannabis. It's not even debated, and they deliver to your door if you can't make it there.
And they're just cool-ass people.
Best people.
The best people you'll ever meet at Dispo, man. All of them.
I can't lie, man.
All of the guys at Dispo. Sean, Darren,
great
Claude.
human beings.
Just great human beings.
Shout out.
Genuine guys.
Free agent spotlight. Speaking of free agents, I've been shopping on the cheap end of things. I haven't allowed myself to dream of the Chris Jones of the world, the Matabukis of the world. But I did peep out a name I told you guys about previously.
It's Bama boy.
And that's Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff, 6'3" edge rusher, undrafted free agent for the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
He's like their version of James Houston, just a different body build. One thing with James Houston, when I watch him play, I think you look at his incredible bend. And this is not a knock. I'm just saying that there's a difference between the two, right? Because you could look at Bryce Huff. If you watch this film, I would assume you'd come away thinking we have this in James Houston. I think the difference between the two, and the reason why I think, and by the way, shout out to Bart Scott, got a little takeaways from him. He thinks he's getting the fat check. He thinks he couldn't make it to the show, but he thinks Bryce Huff, former Jet, Bart Scott, is getting 15 to 20 million because he does more than just rush the passer. That 6'3" frame he utilized with multiple pass rush moves. It's not just a bend. It's not just a push and pull. There's multiple pass rush moves. And on top of that too, he plays the run really, really well. And to the point where, like, when I went back and I watched the highlights, Bryce Huff isn't a huge name. You're not going to find too much tape on him. But I'm watching tape where he did over pursue in the effort to get a sack, though. Thinking it's going to be a sack, where he realized it was a draw play. The running back's like far behind him, where he didn't necessarily wasn't capable of running. He just flew back, reached out, and that 6'3" frame was able to grab that running back and still make the tackle. Solo tackle, by the way. He's not even a big guy, too. He's kind of skinny. He's number 47 if you guys want to look him up. But Bryce Huff, for free agent spotlight for me, is a guy I think the Detroit Lions can grab. And as much, again, shout out to Bart, Detroit native and New York Jet. That's why I went to him for the information. As much as he thinks he's getting that $15 to $20 million contract, Bryce Huff really only had like last year as like his breakout year. Yeah. Undrafted free agent. Like, I don't know that, like, especially a Brad Holmes. I don't know if anyone's gonna be willing to give him that big of a freaking contract. Mm-hmm. But have you checked him out at all?
I did. Yeah, I have. I like Bryce Huff. I think he'd be a good fit. Again, I would personally like somebody who is just a straight assassin of the quarterback, rather than a well-rounded guy or a complete guy. I just want somebody that puts their ears back and gets after the quarterback. That's why I love Danielle Hunter so much. But DNC ENT actually stole my free agent spotlight.
Who that?
That's Leonard Williams. It is Leonard Williams.
I love me some.
You talk about a Chris Jones. You talk about a Justin Matabuki. A guy you can get for half of the price of one of those guys is Leonard Williams. And that man is a monster and has been a monster in the NFL for multiple years. He's done it on multiple teams, and everywhere he is, he makes a difference. He commands a double team on every single snap. He is violent in the run game, aggressive with his hands, and can get to the passer. Leonard Williams, I think, would be a perfect fit in between Aiden Hutchinson and Ali McNeil because of how much attention he requires. If you try to block him one-on-one, you lose the game. He is a game wrecker, where if you don't take account for him, you will lose. And with the amount of pressure that he can put on an offensive line and a quarterback, it will only benefit Aiden Hutchinson and Ali McNeil. And on top of that, he's not the spring chicken that he used to be.
Yeah.
He is getting older, but he is still extremely, extremely good at his job, and you could get him for half of the price of a Matabuki or a Chris Jones.
No, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not familiar with the Seahawks season as much as I am the Detroit Lions. I would have to reach out to get facts around the matter, but I will say this to Leonard Williams, as much as I love Leonard Williams, and I'd be totally open to it, especially if he's coming at a discount, is the fact that Seattle acquired him after acquiring Jamont Jones, having Boye Mafe, who showed you a little something last year. They weren't even able to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, their division's pretty damn good.
It's fair.
You got the Niners and the Rams ahead of them.
Yeah.
And it's not like they were a bad team.
Yeah, and I only missed. I think it was one or two games that Gino missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. I'm all in for Leonard Williams, especially at the right price.
Yes.
I mean, you're telling me he's a little bit older. He did go for what, second, third?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't got to pay him $20 million.
But he might. I mean, that's a solid.
You can get him 13 to 17 mil. I bet you could get Leonard Williams. You give him 2 years, $30 million.
Yeah,
I would do that.
And here comes the hardest part about trying to determine who specifically Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell are going to take, is like they are very iffy, not Luffy, iffy, no Melifonwu, on the guys they take because they want them to fit their mindset and what they're trying to accomplish. That's hard. You could turn on the tape and see what a guy does well. You can turn on the tape and see if a guy plays ball or if he's a dog and all that stuff like that. you don't know what a guy's true character is unless you like speak to him.
Yeah.
So that's the one part about it when I think about even the guy I'm talking about, Bryce Huff and Leonard Williams. Like, are they Dan Campbell guys? Leonard Williams kind of.
Leonard Williams. I feel like Leonard Williams is a Dan Campbell guy.
Yeah, I feel like it might be.
Like
he's a little bit of a dick, but like the same way Chauncey Gardner is.
He's not a dick that doesn't like football. He's a dick that loves football and plays football aggressively. And on top of that, that's finally getting a veteran on that defensive line. A good vet, not an Isaiah Buggs veteran. Not a Charles Harris veteran, not a Romeo Okwara veteran, a veteran who has played in Pro Bowls, a veteran who has played in big games, a veteran who has played in the playoffs. On that defensive line, in between Hutch and Aleem, I think that's a great fit.
I don't know why I read this in Nicki Minaj's voice, but the Ronin 99 says, "I want a big fat ass." Defensive tackle.
I am a fan of guys with big butts.
I'm with you. We've had Coach JB on the show. He said that's the best kind of fit tackle to get.
Yeah.
When you see him, you want big asses and thick thighs.
That's what
Chris
Terry
Jones
likes. Terry loves a guy with a big ass.
I love the same.
I am a fan of guys with
in the
big
Woodward
butts.
Sports chat brought up a good point. He said, "Do you think Terrell Williams can improve some players like Martin and others?" And I do. I think Terrell Williams, adding him as defensive line coach, will not only improve and vault Broderick Martin into relevancy, I think it's going to do a lot for Josh Pascal. You look at a guy like Josh Pascal who can play inside and outside. He's a big outside rusher. He's a fast inside rusher. He can do a lot of different things and play around. That's the kind of guy that Terrell Williams has really made a stud. That's the kind of guy that stands out in a Terrell Williams defensive line. So I think guys like Kaminsky and Pascal are really going to benefit from them adding Terrell Williams as well as them vaulting Broderick Martin into relevancy.
I'm with the shits.
Yeah.
Nick, you've been quiet, man. Is that newer getting to you?
Taking TikToks over there.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
I
don't know much about Huff here, so I didn't want to speak on somebody I did not know.
You're good. Leonard Williams?
Leonard Williams would be a great fit. I would like that move a lot here. I mean, yeah, I just don't know much about Huff here, Eazy.
No, you're good.
Chris, you got anybody? Who's your number one free agent?
It's tough to hunt those cheap guys, man.
The tough thing about it is there's only one Lloyd Cushenberry, so you really it's really slim pickings for the Lions. Back to you guys.
The Runyon. Only the real heavyweight diehards know that joke, and it's hilarious.
Shout out Runyon.
Shout out to Runyon. But he says one of the biggest returns is Mike Disner to make all this stuff work.
Yeah.
That's facts.
That is facts.
That is. Yes.
Shout out Mike Disner.
Listen, everything that we loved about this regime is returning one more year. At the very least, one more year. That's why I say spend the fucking money. We're shopping discount for agents because that's what Brad told us, and we're trying to inform you guys of who's out there. But yes, go fucking all in. We got them all now. Make it all fit.
I can't get off the thought of what Keitho brought up of just
who
Keitho of Terrell Williams and how much he's going to help. Like you said, we talked about it the other day, and you said it's not the stud that you look at that the new defensive line coach is going to help. Yeah. Hutch is going to be Hutch. You know what you got with him.
Yeah.
It's the Josh Pascals, the Kaminskis, the Broderick Martins, the other guys, the kind of forgotten guys that Terrell Williams is going to help. The other
Adam
guys
Sandler.
Is such a good movie, dude.
It is
not Adam Sandler.
I know, but I started naming other guys because I don't know you catch it for sure.
You ever done a desk pop?
These bitches better be wearing Jimmy's.
Damn, don't take no shit.
That's phenomenal.
Apartment pop. Dude, the best part of that whole movie is how he treats Eva Mendes just like a dog. He's just like, oh, she's disgusting. Mark Wahlberg's like, what the fuck, dude?
Or they get the car back. He's like, thanks for the shag.
Thanks for the fuck shag.
Yeah. Dirty Mike and the boys.
Dirty Mike and the boys. They used it as, they call it a soup kitchen.
Aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes, yeah. And when they're fighting at the funeral, and like they form a wall of the police, and they're Mark Wahlberg and the other guy are fighting, they're like, kick his ass, like beat the fuck out of him. Because they're at a funeral, so they're like whisper yelling.
I gotta rewatch it, man.
Such a good movie, man.
Tell us about Les Stanford.
Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn, and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, find new roads.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Merch. Are you tired of the same old Detroit sports merch? It's a new era in sports wearables, new design, amazing swag, the ultimate swag. Check out woodwardsports.com. Click on the shop tab today. Hoodies, hats, tees, all guaranteed to turn heads. Get the latest merch today at woodwardsports.com and click the shop tab today.
Merch. Peach Day.
What up, welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, woodwardsports.com. My boy Eazy, joined my guy Spinmo Rex, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. We are all a couple brewskis deep.
Again, Keitho in the chat. I'm showing him a lot of love right now, but he says, I'm thinking Martin is going to be a monster. You remember that sound? That smelly smell, that smelly smell that smells smelly. The sound we heard at training camp.
Oh,
that first sound we heard at training camp. We heard, the minute we get to the first day of training camp, the first sound we heard when pads were popping was David Montgomery hitting a brick wall, and that brick wall was Broderick Martin 1.5 yards in the backfield, just stoning Montgomery in the hole. It was me and Eazy looked at each other like, fuck. It was loud, man. It echoed through Allen Park.
It was fucking awesome.
I think Broderick could be something for sure.
And I truthfully did forget, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Dave Montgomery too. It wasn't
it was.
Yeah, it wasn't like some bum
It wasn't
off the
Justin
streets.
Jackson.
No,
it was somebody you drafted in your fantasy team, even though he gets cut.
And finished. Oh yeah, you're talking about Justin. Moving on. I want to do something. I want to make this a thing. Probably every Friday if we're down.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be more active, like clipping the shows up, and I'm gonna have a lot more eyes on Beach Day too. I'm actually down to do.
Beach Days happen.
We gotta
Beach
do
every
something
Friday.
else.
Yeah. Some kind of excuse to drink every Friday. I'm down. But Woodward Sports bad takes of the week. Because boys,
I like that.
You like that?
I like that.
I like that too. Because we had some this week.
Yeah.
Standing on business.
We got to hold them accountable.
Here, I got one. I already can tell.
Okay.
I got one for myself.
Hey, you want music? You just want to go?
One
for yourself.
I can't even hear the music.
Call yourself out.
I can call myself out.
All right. There's no music playing. It's okay. I'm not crazy.
I said I think Danilo Gallinari is going to be a starter in the Pistons lineup. I said literally yesterday Danilo Gallinari is going to be a starter in the Pistons lineup going forward, and he got cut like 2 hours later. 2 hours later. So that's
top one of the week.
That's got to be number one of the week.
To be fair, I don't think that was a bad take, just a wrong one.
Yeah,
because I got pissed when I let him go. You that's what we traded. I guess we got
letting go of House and Gallinari were foolish to me. I thought those were guys that I would have made other cuts personally.
Chris, do you have a take this week that caught your eye? You can still the one that's in the sheet if you don't have one ready prepared. But a Woodward Sports take that you saw and you're like, come on, bro. You might even send a little text like, did you mean that, or you just typing? Like, what was that?
I'll take this back. I underrated Fettuccine. I did. I didn't think he was going to come in And before he even steps foot on the court and ties his sneakers,
Change the
this
culture.
Pistons team is undefeated. A changed culture. Jaden Ivey is balling. Jalen Duren is balling. Kay Cunningham's knee is a lot healthier. This is all due to Fettuccine, man.
That's
Come
fair.
on, bro. Give this man
He
his
taught him how to
props.
shoot the ball.
I love that we have yet to learn this man's name, and we all have just decisively gone with Fettuccine.
Fettuccine, bro.
Hey,
It is awesome.
Fettuccine's fire.
Nick, doesn't have to be your take. It could be someone in this room. If the bad take is in the room, point it out. Or anything you heard this
Nick,
week.
is the
from
bad
Woodward
take
Sports.
in the room right now?
That's what I was trying to go with.
Where did the bad take touch me?
This shit's fire, boys. No.
Hey, I got the bet. You want mine real quick?
Yes, you go for it.
That fucking shirt.
You dirtbag. No, I guess my take would be, I mean, there's a few, but I guess, I don't know. You were you were defending Troy Weaver pretty good yesterday.
Hell
I
yeah.
disagree with you, Eazy.
Fuck yeah, Nick.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
I just thought he should have done, I mean.
And he cut all of the guys.
He cut everyone.
He didn't make another trade. He just cut 40 people.
If I'm looking at myself in the mirror and calling out a bad take, at one point during Wednesday, I'm like, look.
Me too. I said the same thing.
You know what? We got 19 people left, and there's still 2 more hours to go on this trade deadline. This guy, Troy, might still be cooking all these second-round picks.
Ooh.
Breaking news. House cut.
I got a good one. Detroit supremacy. And this is my brother. This is Big Unk. So no disrespect. You know, I love you, Lindsey. But he says his actually happened today when Lindsey Hunter said the Lions didn't choke in the second half of the NFC Championship game.
Huh?
I'm with you on that one. Lindsey, you know you're Big Unk. You know I love you, man.
Yeah.
They choked, man. They choked.
I feel like they just be nice to us. You know, because
no, he's saying like what he considers a choke.
Enemy.
What he considers a choke is like the better team losing, or something like that.
Oh,
but I was like, dude, they were up 17 and they gave up 27 points unscored. It was me, Kenny, and Flannel were all like, yeah, they choked.
So we're calling out big bros.
We're calling out anybody.
Calling out big bros. I got 2 big bros on my list.
Call them out.
Call them out.
Lindsey's big
Call
on.
him out.
I love
Call him
Lindsey.
out.
Yeah, Lindsey's Unk. Big bro. Unky Neal.
Oh,
damn! That's
he's
your
been
uncle?
waiting for this.
This one went viral.
Surprise, Neal.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
This one went viral.
This is a tough
I
one.
was
So
gonna
congrats
do that,
to you on
but
that part
I
of
saved
it.
it for you. I saved this one for you.
Unky Neal. And it might be discussion there. Maybe. I don't know.
No.
Actually, no. We're not fucking. We're being real, right? We're being real right now. Unky Neal had cut my guy Flannel off to mention that Amon-Ra St. Brown had the best first 3 years of any wide receiver in NFL history, including a man named Justin Jefferson, a.k.a. Jay Jettas. And Unky Neal went viral. Vikings fan, by the numbers, my man.
Yeah.
And Unky Neal was 0 for 5 on the thing, I want to say. It was bad.
He doubled down. It was
bad. And it wasn't even just like more numbers. The guy went
more impressive.
Went ahead, put asterisks on the ones that were the highest of NFL all time.
Yeah.
And they're all towards Justin Jefferson. Now, I think there may be a discussion in debating the value of Amon-Ra St. Brown, because he does do a little bit of extra stuff, like in terms of like blocking, and maybe that's just it. But yeah, Unky Neal, I had to get you for that.
Yeah,
one.
that's
I get you.
That's got to be number one. I love you, Neal.
Number one.
I love you, Neal. I appreciate you, but like Justin Jefferson is a different animal.
Yeah,
he is a different monster.
Different human being. I mean, it's just, yeah, he's just different, bro. And the proof is that they just watch, you know. They do different things, but it's because Justin doesn't have to do those things. He's so nice elsewhere.
And yeah, when he said like, could Justin Jefferson do what Amon-Ra St. Brown does? Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you could.
Probably, yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is the most competitive man on the face of the earth, would probably look at you and say, yeah, Justin Jefferson's a better receiver.
They're top 10. Like, don't get me wrong. They're top 10. And I'm not shitting on Amon-Ra St. Brown completely because he's amazing. He's one of my favorite players. He probably is my favorite player right now, to be honest with you.
Supremacy makes a good point. He says it's closer than Vikings fans want to admit, but JJ is closer. Yeah. JJ's better for sure, but Amon-Ra's top 10 for sure.
Yeah. And then if anyone has another one, the one I put on the sheet originally, I was hoping Nick would catch on and steal it. But you, actually, to be fair to you, you didn't see it happen in real time. My man had a chance to redeem himself.
Yeah.
A chance to have this moment. This is another one of our big bros.
Yeah.
Man that sits in this chair from 2 to 4.
Love that guy. Probably the most positive person I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Just the happiest human being I've ever met.
And still want to have fun, too.
Yeah.
Big bro. Uncle Ryan Ermanni.
Uncle Ryan.
Had a chance to redeem himself after saying J.J. McCarthy would be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That one, the other season, I believe, transferred to the #1 quarterback off the board.
Yeah.
And then he had a chance to redeem himself. Braylon was like, I'm gonna have you back here. Like, let's get it right this time. What's the update on it? #2 quarterback off the board.
We are doubling down.
We are doubling down.
Yeah.
Uncle Ryan Ermanni doubled down that JJ will be a top 5 draft pick come April. Is it allowed to be on the bad ticket?
Yes.
Yeah. One of the
top 5.
Yeah, top 5 pick.
He'll be top 5.
Top 5 pick?
No,
top
quarterback.
Oh yeah, top 5 quarterback for sure. Yeah. Well, go ahead, Nick, because actually you're the Michigan fan. I want to hear your opinion on that too.
No, he's not going to be a top 5 pick. But I mean, if what's his name? God damn it. If Justin Herbert was not in LA, he would be a top 5 pick.
That's fair.
Because Jim Harbaugh would take him.
He probably would, honestly.
A Chargers top 5 this year?
Yeah, I believe they
or
are.
Just outside.
I love Ryan, man.
No, I love Ryan too.
Love Ryan, love Neil, love Lindsey, love all these guys.
Yeah, Nicholas Duncan, JJ could be.
I've seen reports of like.
what are we talking here, Nick?
I've seen reports of NFL people being higher on him than.
Yeah. I saw that too, but that's from like JL football, so I don't know.
Yeah, they're.
You're gonna take that with a grain of salt.
WJLB football.
Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness.
Real quick. Braylon said 12 to the Broncos.
12 to the Broncos?
I like that.
I could see it.
Right? I think that makes sense.
I can see that. Third quarterback off the board.
Get rid of Russ.
Third quarterback off the board.
Yeah, third or fourth.
I can see that. Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. There are more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 19th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal extended through January 19th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Winning is a habit. So is listening daily to Woodward Sports. We're glad you're a winner, and thanks for listening.
What? And Swiss Insurance. For the best of the game. Whether it's your home, whether it's your auto. My guy Mark at Swiss Insurance got you covered. Don't get too caught up in beach day. Make sure you're protected.
Beach day.
Mark at SwissINS.com. Feel free to send your mail sacks. We will be listening to your mail sacks, but we promised Nick, he's been on this since yesterday, we do his Super Bowl props.
Way to really sell the people here.
Supremacy says, you guys see the digital rendering of the draft this year?
No.
Those pictures?
Yeah, it looked pretty sick.
It looks
what do you mean?
dope.
What are you talking about?
Like they did like an AI, what the draft's going to look like in Detroit, like the stage and the line.
Someone said that? Oh, Chris, I put something else in Slack I do want to put up at some point.
That shit looks
I saw
dope.
it.
Okay.
It was Tigers.
We
I
get
don't
them.
care.
All right, fellas, not going to lie, I have been on a heater, but...
All right, let's hear it.
The people want your guys' opinions. If they can make money, you guys got to let them know which props you guys like the best.
You can do your opinion too, man.
Thanks, brother.
Just do yours
All
last.
right, let's get it here. We're going to start out with some player props for the Super Bowl upcoming. And we're going to start out with these quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes and Brock Purdy to combine for 50 rushing yards is sitting at plus 150.
Yes.
Plus odds.
Over.
I love that.
Is
that on?
50 rushing yards.
Yeah.
I don't want to give free sponsors, but I need to take that bet.
Yeah, I would take that bet. Yeah, what's that on?
FanDuel?
FanDuel? Oh, I'm doing that for sure.
Yeah, doing that for
50?
sure.
50 rushing yards
Did them
combined.
combine?
Purdy and Mahomes.
Yeah. Purdy at 50 in the second half against the Lions.
Yeah.
And Mahomes likes to get his little wheels going. I'm taking the over.
What?
Yeah, Mahomes usually steps
easy
up
over.
in those big games with his legs. I like that one as well. Chris, how do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm for sure smashing the over. For sure. Over, baby.
Over. Yeah, I like the over on that one as well.
Real quick, Nick, can I do just a quick interview? Because I just want to give a shout out.
Yeah, you go, brother.
To our guy, Devin, in the chat.
Oh, hold on.
Who's hooking the boys up. Come opening day.
What? You know I love opening day.
Opening day is a blast.
No.
Check this out. You got it, Chris?
It bounced out. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, stop and say something. I'm just,
you know, Spenny, if you guys haven't been downtown on opening day with Spenny, you're missing out. That is my element. I thrive on opening day. I've signed a pair of titties the past 2 opening days.
Yeah.
That's legendary.
That's actually yeah. He's not lying.
Trifecta.
I've been witness to those pairs of titties.
It's a great day.
Actually, what I missed because I was like interviewing.
Yeah.
And it was behind me. But
I'm salty. I wish I was going to be with
check
the boys
this out.
on
So
opening
our
day.
guy Devin made some heavyweight merch for opening day. And so we'll be rocking these.
Oh, dude, hell yeah!
He put them on baseball jerseys. So shout out to Devin. I just want to give a shout out because he took the time out to.
I want it.
Shout out, dude. That's fire.
What? I apologize, Nick. Nick, you should send him your size. Get you one too. And Chris.
XL.
2XL, please.
XL for your boy.
That's fire, dude. Hell yeah. All right, Nick, what's the next prop?
All right, let's go. Yeah, sadly, I won't be at opening day, so you can hold the thing. I got a bachelor party.
Oh,
he is not a baseball guy.
Yeah, I'm not a baseball guy either.
I love baseball.
Yeah, all right, here we go, boys. We did. You guys liked the quarterback rushing props. We're going to move to passing yards. It's going to start out with Patrick Mahomes, 262.5. Over or under for Patrick Mahomes.
Passing yards, 262.5. I'm going to go over. Not by a lot, but over. I think it'll be like 280, something like that.
I don't know. He's been hitting a lot of the unders. He's been. I don't think he's past 260 this playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. So I take that line and I take the under. Plus, the Super Bowl can always get to a game where, because it's the Super Bowl and things get tense, you can lead to more running than passing. So I feel like I would take the under. No disrespect to Patty the GOAT.
262.
Where do we go for the opening day? It's by the Opera Hall, right? That big ass tent.
It's like a music hall.
Music hall, yeah.
Oh, the Opera Hall. Well, it's fucking 2024.
All right, yeah.
262.5.
I'm going under only because that pin pull tactic the Detroit Lions used against the 49ers worked to a beauty. And one of the reasons we used it is because the Packers before us used it, and it worked great for them too. I think Isaiah Pacheco is that similar type of back. You want to take to the outside. He's fast enough to like make it work. So I think we're probably gonna utilize that a lot. So I'm gonna go just under, and I'm looking at it as like past games. Ravens 241, Bills 215, and Dolphins 262 on the dot. So I'm gonna go under.
I'm gonna go over here. Patrick Mahomes, big game. I think he gets close to 300, to be quite honest. Purdy 246.5 passing yards. How are you guys feeling on Purdy?
What was it?
246.5.
I'll take the over on that as well. I think Purdy goes around, again, 270, 280, somewhere around there. I think they're both in that area. Give me the over on Purdy as well. I think these quarterbacks have a pretty good duel.
One more time.
260 or 246.5.
For Purdy?
Yeah.
That's kind of disrespectful, no? That's an easy over. That's an easy one. That's disrespectful. Get that off there. We like that guy.
All right, here.
That is wild. That is a thing right now. Is that you? Is that to you? What the fuck?
Shout out our unnamed intern in the back.
Oh,
yeah! Shout out the intern for that one.
You know what's crazy? We get a lot of heat from a lot of things that unnamed intern does on the thumbnails.
Oh yeah, I love it.
What do you mean you don't hate him? You did this on your
He's not an intern.
He's not an intern. No, he's
Dude's
fucking the heart and soul of this place. Yeah.
All right, boys. We're going to close these ones out. I got just a couple rushing yards for you. We'll get a couple receiving. We're going to get out of here and kick this weekend off. Rushing yards, 89.5 for Christian McCaffrey. Which way are you guys going with it? 89.5.
Under. Ooh. Under. I think they're going to sell out to try to stop him. He's going to get most of his damage done in the receiving game.
That's tough. I'm not going to bet it personally, but I would take the under probably, yeah.
I'll take that take from Spencer.
Take that.
Yeah, under for sure.
Yeah, I'm going under here as well. We're going to go over to the other side. 67.5 yards for Isaiah Pacheco.
Over. They're going to need this kid. If they want to play in this game, if they want to hang in this game, they're going to need Pacheco to have a big day. So I'm going over.
Easy. 67.5 for Pacheco.
Like I said, the pin and pull worked phenomenally for the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. I'd be surprised if an offensive guy like Andy Reid and former offensive lineman like Andy Reid didn't want to do the same thing. Offensive linemen love pulling. It's fucking phenomenal stuff.
It's so much fun, dude.
It's free reign of fucking.
And you just fucking obliterate
yeah,
people, dude.
Yeah.
Just destroy people when you start pulling.
Do we have any mailbags before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'm going to do one last one here. MVPs to call it off, and then kind of goes into who you think's going to win this one. MVP, Mahomes plus 150, Brock Purdy plus 210, Christian McCaffrey plus 450, and Travis Kelce plus 1,400.
All right.
Any of those stand out to you guys?
Mahomie.
I'm not getting any of them. My guy's off the board.
Cool.
MVP of the Super Bowl, Nick Bosa.
Whoa.
2.5 sacks, forced fumble, a swatted ball, something like that, a couple tackles for loss. I got Niners 32-27.
Mahomes.
I kind of want to sprinkle some money on Nick Bosa MVP. That's probably 2,000 plus 2,000, something like
That's
that.
crazy because
Probably
the Chiefs
more
are
than
winning the
that.
Super Bowl. I don't know why he'd get MVP.
Hell no.
Wow, I'm just saying.
You got Mahomes?
Yeah.
You're not even going to
You
go
got Chiefs
Kelce?
winning?
The drinks got me. The Chiefs winning, yeah.
Mahomes, bro.
Mahomes.
Yeah. I did do
How
squares.
many times do we have to bet against this?
I literally learned 3 times in a row. Or sorry, 2 times in a row this year.
My numbers on my
don't do
squares are
squares.
like 2 and 5 and 0 and 0 and 2, I think. I got terrible numbers.
All right, you guys, the odds are way too juicy to not take Travis Kelce at plus 1,400. You know they're going to be feeding him in this game, and if they win, they're going to give it to Kelce. The storybook ending to go for their little script that they write. Travis Kelce, MVP in a Kansas City Super Bowl win once again.
Terry, is that Nick Bosa's odds? There's no way. He said plus 8,000. There's no way. If
As
it
a
is,
defensive
I'm
player won.
putting fucking $10 on that if that's his odds. But that'll do it for us today.
CMC.
Beach Day.
Beach
Appreciate
Day.
you all joining
Beach
us.
Day.
For Eazy, for Nick, for
Wait.
Chris.
Can I mailbag you just real quick?
Yeah.
Because you know this more than I do. If Eazy ate a devil fruit, which one would fit him best?
Ooh. There's so many to pick from.
Because I only know 2. Or 3 of them.
Probably the Flair fruit because you're a hothead.
I'll take it. I don't know what that is, but sure.
It's fire.
Gum gum!
But that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you all. Make sure you smash the like button for Beach Day, for Eazy, for Nick, for Chris. I'm
Love you
Spencer.
guys.
Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy
Shout
the
out
Super
Broder.
Bowl. Lions will be there next year. Shout out Broder for the pizza. We'll see you guys. Peace.
Peace.